far, off in the distance. You have to travel there by road. It's going to take you a while, a couple days. So why don't you tell me something that you think that the other person might have learned about your character while on the road?
Okay. We're off to see Wonderful Wizard. Yes, we are.
Yes. Wonderful Wizard.
So, in fact, I'll remind you guys as soon as we're starting the show, diving into it. If you haven't followed, hit that follow button and join us. We're just a few followers away, or 23 followers away from a viewer decision where you guys get to decide anything which happens in this game, which is pretty exciting. And I'll check the retweet stuff as well. If you haven't retweeted, you can retweet for you guys to have a straw poll, and we'll pick the most crazy thing that happens. What's up, Ken? We're good, Sue. And also at 4 PM we've got video games happening, which will be fun. So you would have learnt that Douglas... I mean, you already know he's a very angry man.
Yes.
He has very bad nightmares. He doesn't sleep very well whatsoever. Ever since the events in Salt Vault, he's been having a lot of nightmares, pastry related and cake related nightmares. So he'll often kind of wake up in the middle of the night, screaming something about a fondue.
Do they often involve elves that do this?
Yes, it does. Often it involves this. So yeah.
All right. So nightmares. Yeah, he hasn't been sleeping well the last couple weeks. What about you, Daelon?
Just kind of getting adjusted into murdering people. Daelon hasn't really actually entered in any certain level of combat, and then he's just gone into some of the goriest things that he's ever witnessed, and performed both.
Douglas may be to blame.
Yeah.
It's not that he's like, my virgin eye. It's just like, no, I literally just haven't killed people on a basis like that. That hasn't been my thing. So he didn't know he quite had it in him. But it's new and shocking, but he's oddly adjusted to it. It's told him, he's like, oh well, I'm kind of good at something.
He punched his first person to death, and he's like, man, I could get used to this.
Yeah. No, he's like, he speared a guy through the brain. He's like, I thought I was only good at brewing.
But
pretty good at stabbing yourself too, in like the foot.
yeah, stabbing yourself in the foot and taking a lot of crippling damage from
awesome
acrobatics check.
Awesome. So you guys have been traveling for a while. We'll say you're probably maybe about 2 days into your journey at this point. Sorry, let me get this open here. And as you've been traveling, kind of the road that you are taking has mostly been running along. It ran along the mountains, and at this point, it's been running along the coast for a while. So you've got forest that kind of rises up into hills and mountains off to one side of you, and off to the other. You've got some rocky terrain that kind of slopes down to the coast, where the ocean is. And over the course of the last, it started early in the morning. You could see the clouds forming off in the distance, and as you've been walking, you could definitely see them coming, knowing that there was weather on the horizon. But it's really nothing you could do about it. And by this point, it's just the rain at some point started, and it's just been coming down. It got harder and harder, heavier and heavier, and as you trudge through it, it just doesn't seem to let up. The wind is picking up, the rain is blowing in your face, it's cold, it's it's all that kind of stuff. So as you're walking between these kind of heavy clouds and the endless rain that you guys have been trudging through for the last few hours, you might as well be blind. The visibility is almost nothing. However, in the occasional flash of lightning off in the distance, as the rain is forced aside by a gust of howling wind, you can just barely make out the road ahead of you. It's just sort of like a veritable river of mud that twists through this winding copse of gnarled-looking trees that have grown along this rocky coastline. That
We also see the 8G. Welcome, my friend, to the adventure. You're a gentleman and a scholar. I thought we might.
The 8G, that's what you call the waves. These giant sort of white-capped waves that the wind has just whipped up and are now crashing against the shore not far from you, as the coast is battered by these swells. And beyond, sort of visible only in the brightest flashes of thunder and lightning, you can just barely make out a town that's kind of, from what you can see, it looks like the buildings are sort of old and patched. And the roofs are these sort of shingled peaks. Just looks in the distance, it just looks like another village, but I don't know, it could just be this kind of biting cold and stuff. Fucking hell. Away from me. Sorry about that. It could just be the biting cold, but something seems to set your teeth on edge and your skin crawling. But the rain is pouring down, and that village is the only shelter that you've seen in a while.
So is our skin crawling because we're freezing?
That's entirely possible. Yeah.
Okay. Like just getting pelted by everything.
I shout and I point towards this little shelter, and I'm like, we should probably take shelter in there.
Seems good.
Okay, and I start like going through the rain again.
Running down.
We've probably got your cart with us, right?
Wheelbarrow, like.
Yeah.
Yeah. The cart is quite difficult to sort of push in the mud as you're like, it's it keeps getting stuck. But as as the rain is just battering you guys, you kind of double your effort and make your way down to this little village.
It's like, you gonna make me roll for this? I'll roll for this cart all day.
No.
Get stuck again. I'm gonna roll.
Keep rolling, man.
Cart, I'm not leaving you.
3 hours to rolling for the cart, man.
I need a
one shot Daelon's cart.
I'm gonna need a strength check every 5 feet.
I'm not very strong, but I'll leave you, car.
When you don't have enough material and you're just like, fuck it, keep rolling.
So, as you guys sort of make your way down, the road is obviously sodden and pretty much all mud at this point, so it kind of reduces your movement speed, but you do manage to make it there. There's really no accounting for how long it takes because you're long since soaked to the bone by the time you actually sort of make it to the edge of this town. And as you do, although sort of still rendered grain and miserable by the constant downpour, you arrive in this town, which looks better close up than it did from a distance. You can now see that many of the buildings are sturdier than they appeared. A few of them even kind of look like they're made of quarried stone rather than just sort of the wood. And even in this inclement weather, you're kind of surprised to see that several shops seem to sort of bustle with activity, and the light that gleams through many of the windows is bright and cheerful. You can see sporadic people are kind of trudging their way along the muddy roads, cloaks kind of pulled up over their head and shoulders hunched against the rain, going about this business or that. And of course, permeating the whole place is sort of the salty tang of the sea, kind of the lingering odor of what must be 100 years of fishing in this village. It kind of this odor and this sort of salty smell insinuates themselves around your mouth and nose, and even the torrential rains and winds cannot completely strip the powerful stench from the air. Hold on one second.
Someone does not. Someone's trolling Asker and everyone's watching him right now. What's up, you Pick Gaming? So as I'm looking about this place, I probably motion to Daelon like, do you think there's a place we can store a cart, like a stables or something?
I don't know, but there's people in there that are smiling.
I know it's
starting
disgusting.
to boil my blood. I almost want to stay in the storm just to not deal with another smiley town.
Me too. I can't deal with any more smiles. It's been far too Far too long since I've seen one. Alright, you're muted, Askin.
Sorry about it. I have no idea who the fuck is calling me. I had to turn that off. All right, so you guys are in this town now.
Yeah. We're looking for like a stable or somewhere to place the cart, I guess, or like a tavern that might have like a stable nearby, I guess. As long as these people aren't smiling.
Yeah.
So you as you make your way in, you kind of I'll kind of, well, we don't really need the map, and that's not a big deal. There's this, you're kind of coming in. There's a big hill that sort of rises off to.
Roll for car. Trying to
No.
get up the hill.
there's a big hill that rises off to your right. It's sort of like a stone hill. That's often because towards your right is the ocean and towards your left is the forest. And at the top of this hill, you can see there's just like one building, kind of looks like a church, and that's you sort of pass by this hill as you're going into the town, and as you enter the town, you're kind of in this sort of open square area where a couple people are going back and forth. So if you wanted to ask one of them where like the nearest stable was, you could.
I stopped the nearest man. Is he smiling?
Well, it's hard to see right away because he's carrying what looks like a crate of stuff, and he's got a kind of a cloak pulled down over his head, and he's sort of like hunched over, sort of using his cloak to kind of keep whatever's in this crate dry, or at least making an effort of it. He probably isn't being very successful.
His whole body's wet too, yeah.
You go kind of tap him on the shoulder, and he kind of turns and says, hello, how can I help you?
Hi, we're looking for like a tavern or like a stable, somewhere to keep the cart dry. I point to the cart.
Ah, stable, yes. New folk in town.
Yeah, what's this place called?
Oh, you found Ashenport.
Oh, great.
Nice little fishing city we got here.
Oh, it seems nice and miserable, actually. Quite like
You're
it.
probably in town for the festival, I assume. As you can see, we might be having a little bit of a delay in that.
No festivals for us. Last time we were at a festival, didn't go well.
Well, you're in luck. There's no festival happening today, not till this rain clears up. You'll want the smooth sailing in. It's not hard to find. You go south this way down this main road. You pass the giant copse of trees in the center of town, and it will be the biggest building you can see past that.
Gotcha. Well, thanks, friend. Name's Douglas.
Right. Oh, well, welcome to town, friend.
Daelon Oakbringer.
And I'm
Because-
like, seriously.
Sealed. Right. Yeah. Okay. Smooth sailing in that way. I got business if you don't mind.
That's all I'm gonna say.
We head off to pass the first right, past the copse of trees, see the biggest building.
Yeah.
Smooth sailing.
As you follow the guy's directions, and he was telling the truth. As you venture down this main thoroughfare in which is still a dirt road in
We
town.
see the folklore. What's up, my friend? Welcome to the adventure. You're a gentleman and a scholar.
Yeah, he's passing
out,
by
please.
on the street. He just waves to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, how's it going? No, as you head down this sort of dirt thoroughfare, which is also just as muddy as the road you came in on, there's you can actually kind of see it now. Your visibility is hugely cut by this rain, so this kind of out of nowhere, like off from the mist and the darkness, this huge copse of trees, just thick branches and like tall oak trees, just looms up out of nowhere, almost like you're walking into the forest, but you're still on the road. And as you pass by, it's just it just sort of seems like the center of town has this big sort of grove of trees in it. As you make your way around it, you can kind of keep going, and you will eventually see this large building looming up in front of you.
Okay. It looks like it's kind of open and stuff. There's people inside.
Yeah. So as you approach, the building, kind of right away you realize that different styles of architecture suggest that this building itself before you was probably once 2 or 3 separate shops or something before someone appears to have kind of sealed them up and made a single building. It now seems to form the largest structure on the block. You can see smoke is rising from several chimneys, only to sort of vanish in the falling rain, and you can very clearly see firelight gleaming through several of the windows, and the sound of conversation, though nearly inaudible over the storm, is kind of leaking from the doorway. There is a sign above the door that seems to be portraying a ship at full sail on a waveless sea, which is kind of flapping violently in the wind.
I say we go inside, and I start kind of pushing the cart quicker.
Yeah.
And I start like pushing the.
My voice is muffled from just kind of the pelting of
Yeah.
the rain, and
I like.
you know,
I do the thing where we
my
like.
eyes are kind of down at the card, and I'm just focused on pushing it through,
where
and I look up to see the doorway down, and
we do the thing where we
I'm
bring it in
checking
backwards
inventory.
through the door. We like push it in
Yeah.
backwards through the door and pull it up with us, and we enter the
Yeah.
bar with this.
Yeah,
So,
there's actually
back
these
out
cart.
and check our angle.
there's these 2 sort of double doors, and double wooden doors, and you open one, and you help kind of lift the cart out of the mud and push it inside. Once you've gone through the doors, it's the first thing you are greeted by is sort of the relief of not being sort of pelted by this rain in the face anymore. It's a very good feeling, that you almost forgot what it was like to not be like splashed by this horrible cold rain. As you look around, you can kind of see there are 3 different patterns of wood floor here at 3 slightly different levels that kind of make up a large common room here. They'll be on this weird little quirk. This looks like it might as well be any other tavern. There's a bar, like a long bar that stands at the far end of this vast kind of common room chamber. There's a staircase at the opposite side, and there's just a whole bunch of tables and chairs and stuff scattered throughout the area. There are 2 sort of have you ever been to a ski lodge and you've seen those fireplaces that aren't attached to the wall? They're just like out in the middle of the place. There's 2 of those that are just situated on either side of the room that kind of radiate a comforting warmth throughout the whole tavern. And several of the serving staff seem to whirl about with tankards and ale and plates of smoked fish.
Whirl happiness, or like whirl like in
Yeah, they don't seem to be too bothered by the weather or anything. Like they're functioning like this is pretty, like it's a normal day.
Oh,
Okay, I guess we like try and. It's like that thing where like you come in from the rain and you're like, oh, thank God, and then I try and like get some of like the water just like off of me onto like the general kind of like carpet or like fur rug or whatever they have, and then I'm gonna head to the bar, find like a quiet table, I guess.
Yeah, I'm gonna look for a bar positions where I could probably push my cart under it and keep it a little more concealed.
Okay, yeah, you can. I mean, this is a large room, and it's not as packed as it could be. So there's definitely a lot of empty places. You can probably push your cart off into a corner somewhere.
Safely. With an eye
You can
shut.
take a table nearby.
Yeah, we take a seat.
I'm gonna.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, can the cart? At the bar. I hate to sound like a concerned dad, but kind of my life's work here.
Are you talking? Are you talking
Can we do
to?
a table? I just don't feel comfortable saying it.
Right. Douglas sits down. I say, take a rest. We can make our sales pitch later.
Okay.
I call over one of the like serving men or women.
Okay, cool. There's a young woman. What's it called? She's actually, as she kind of she makes her way over to you, she's got a tray of what look like empty tankards and stuff, and she's very obviously like a young woman, just kind of it's almost strange, almost like a stereotypical kind of like blonde tavern girl. But she kind of smiles very brightly. She says, "Oh, welcome, folks. What can I do you for you?"
Douglas has got his like real emo fringe going on because of like the water, and it's like it's coming down all over his face. And I look up and say, "Just some."
I will have ale dark like my soul.
Oh, like my soul. Yeah. So I just have some drinks, just some ales, whatever is your good ale. What kind of ale do you have here, actually? Out of
She
interest.
says, "Oh, we have well, we sometimes get we get pretty large shipments from the Free City. So
Right.
we have
What's this about a festival as well?
oh, you didn't know. Oh, you're not in town for that.
No, we're new.
Oh, well, every year we they send word out to a bunch of the local communities, the cities nearby. Traders, people from people looking to buy things, come in for a trade fair that we have in town.
All right, so plenty of opportunities to sell things, eh? Nudge Daelon.
Yeah. In fact, if you're here for obviously the weather is a little bit inclement, and the mayor has kind of said that the fair will be postponed till after the weather clears up. But she kind of gestures around and she says, "You won't be the only ones in town. There's quite a few other people here looking to buy and sell, I think."
Right. What's your name, love?
She says, "Oh, my name's Relina."
Okay. Well, thanks, Rena.
I'm gonna stand up and kind of bow, as if I'm attempting to do something.
I face palm.
Relina, pleasure to meet you.
Oh,
Daelon Oakbringer.
Not again, Daelon.
She smiles. She says, "Oh, how nice. So ale for you too?"
Well, if you wouldn't happen to have some sort of, a towel, it appears that my luscious beard has accumulated a lot of water, and I'd kind of like to sponge it out, to retain its buoyancy and fluff. You understand?
It's a dwarf thing, okay?
I kind of like push it.
Push
in
it
her-
forward, yeah.
I look
in my
apologetically at
pocket,
her.
thinking that it might be like a mating thing, like with maintaining very firm eye contact, but like looking off to the side to act cool. Like,
Oh, okay. Aloof, but also, proud.
Oh, you're still here.
Yeah, no, she kind of looks back at Douglas and looks at us just, "Okay, so ale and a towel. You coming right up. I'll be right back."
Thanks for Lena. I turn to Daelon. You have to do that of every woman we meet.
That was the first. Come on, man.
That
Hello?
was not the first. That was the 17th I've been counting.
I think you're mistaking me with our companion Renard.
He's gone now. So I feel like you're taking up the mantle. You're trying to be Rennet. You can't be Rennet, Daelon. You're not him.
When in fishing villages, you ever heard of the phrase?
No, that's not a thing. People don't say that. Where's the fishing people? That's not a thing. What do they do?
Hey.
They fish.
Just because I got the magical mirror that boosted my beard.
Right.
Never mind.
You look at Douglas's beard. It's it's got all these like patches in it because he tries to shave. He just gets angry with it, like cuts bits off. It's like really patchy.
I just cut off the conversation without angering Douglas. I'm like, oh, nope, not beard comparison. Nope. This is not-
Yeah, it's-
Might be a sore subject. We haven't been over that.
Well, anyway, we best find a room for the night. Talk to this Relina girl when she comes back and see if we can sell some ale whilst we're here. This festival seems like it could be a good break for us.
I mean, beats trying to get cupcake powder in another town. Like
Oh
this
God,
is
that was
tangible ale. We can actually
I swear to
develop
God, if
my
I-
business card. I mean, come on, what's left for me over there?
I swear to gods, if I see another catfolk.
Can I check the room for catfolk? Like,
You surely can. Yes. You kind of glare around
Everyone's
the
a
room.
cat.
Yeah, you glare around the room angrily, and as soon as he mentions catfolk, you realize there are no catfolk here. The inn itself actually seems to be probably about I don't know, maybe a third to half full, but one thing you do notice is that everyone in the inn, like, it's pretty easy to identify where people fit as far as like place them as far as where they come from. There's very clear, like, the people who most likely who live here in Ashenport are, they're kind of huddled over their tables. They've got the drab cloaks that look like they just came in out of the rain. They're not particularly well dressed, but there are other people who stand out quite a bit. For example, there's off on one side, there is a group of people. There are actually two groups of people that are all sort of very similarly dressed. So they're all kind of in their own little cliques. There's one group off on the side that there look to be a lot of men and women who are sort of armed, like they're wearing either chainmail or they've got a shield strapped to their back or something. Some of them have a green, like a tunic or a tabard. And they all kind of seem to be gathered around one area. There's one among them. It seems to be like an elf woman who isn't really wearing the same kind of armor and weaponry as the others. And then off on the other side, there seems to be a group of similarly, but I think slightly more heavily armed people. They look like a little bit more mercenary types. And they're kind of wearing like leather strapped armor with chainmail bits and shields and stuff. And almost all of them are wearing like a black and red tabard. And there is also a man among them who is not armored at all.
I'm just very happy not to see any catfolk
no catfolk,
around the room,
but
basically.
you realize as you look around, there's like the whole room is kind of divided into these little groups.
Okay.
Like,
What's up,
mentally I heard everything, but in terms of like, it was just kind of the checks and like check catfolk.
Catfolk?
Yeah.
So it's like there could be like this wizard casting a fireball, and I would just be like, "See a cat?
See a cat.
Is he hiding in a bush?" No, okay. I'm gonna go back to.
Oh, that's funny. You're probably like, thank God, like we're safe.
Finally, normal people.
Finally, yeah. What's up, all gaming nibs? We're sitting down. Does Relina bring us some drinks?
Yeah. After a little while, she kind of comes back and sets 2 hefty mugs of ale on the table. And she gives Daelon a big kind of towel. It's not like a fluffy hotel towel, but it's what they got. And she says, just drinks, will that be all for you guys?
We're gonna need a room.
Room, okay.
Or two.
You
Two
wanna-
rooms, actually. 2 rooms.
2 rooms.
We're gonna need 2 rooms.
You want to go to the bar and talk to Piotr. He's the owner, and he'll
Okay. What's his name?
Piotr.
Okay.
Which one's your favorite?
I wash my hands.
My favorite what?
Room.
I have my own room.
Oh, I just meant generally. I'm trying to make conversation. Oh, I just.
He's a salesman. I'm like
I like go over my head, begin to like kindly.
he's a salesman.
Towel my beard and just kind of rub my face.
I say, you two have a chat here. He's a salesman. He's really interesting and all that shit. And I head off to the bar to talk to Sophia.
All right. So as you approach the bar, you kind of see there's this man standing behind it. He's kind of a sour-looking dude. He's got kind of gaunt, unshaven cheeks and this kind of receding salt and pepper hairline. And unlike Belina and the other waiter and waitress that you can see kind of flitting around the room, he doesn't seem to be making any effort to appear friendly as you approach. He just kind of leans on the bar. He says, "Yeah, what do you need?"
We're gonna need 2 rooms.
It's 2.
That's right. I said 2, didn't I? Sorry. Like, calm down. 2 rooms, please, bartender.
He kind of looks around. He says, 10 gold.
This is an extortionate amount of gold. It sounds like, is it, or is it just like a
A little bit.
little pricey? I say 10 gold for 2 rooms. That seems like a lot, Mr. Peter.
If you can find another inn in town, you can pay their price.
Oh. I see how that is. Well, we're here for the festival, and we bring a lot of trades to the place. So perhaps you could see us down a few gold pieces with the money we'll be making you. What do you say about that?
He says, festival, huh? 6 gold.
6 gold. There we go, fella. And I like hand up 6 gold.
All right, he'll kind of snatch it up.
2 rooms.
He'll kind of snatch it up and put it in his pocket, and then he kind of rummages around under the table and just clanks 2 iron keys down on the bar. He says, "Number 16 and 17 upstairs down the hall."
I like hand the key. I hand Daelon the key. I'm 17, and you're 16. And I head up to my room.
I look up.
I imagine you might be having the conversation.
I have the towel over one eye and I see the key and it's.
Are you okay, mate?
Man, I had one chance and I ruined it.
Man, trust me. When I first met Claudia, I really fucked it up too. I was pretty aggressive, actually.
The stars were aligned. The line
There's
was
no stars
clear.
outside right now. It's pretty stormy. I wouldn't worry about it. Try again in the
Rain
morning.
droplets were symmetrical. They were all falling at the same time. You know, we could all graze our eyes in the same light. And
What are you talking about, Daelon? Daelon, you know, you come out with some real shite sometimes. Go talk to her and tell her what you do. In fact, and I grab you. I'm like, we're gonna talk to her now, Relina. and Douglas in his most aggressive, like, you're gonna talk to this person right now, kind of mode. What's that? How you could see?
So you grab Douglas and you kind of make your way across the room to where she is. She's in the middle of like cleaning off a table or something. She turns. What can I do for you?
Miss.
What can I do for you?
Sorry, I mean, excuse me. We're shit, what do you say? Daelon here would like to talk to you. He'd like to take you out on a date sometime, like tonight, probably.
She kind of.
What are you doing?
Kind of shuffle there like a child being pushed.
He's real nice.
She kind of turns her head. She says, what am I doing tonight? I'm working.
Right. What about after you work? When do you get off?
Late at night. It is a tavern.
Right. Yeah. But you know, Daelon here is a dwarf. He's got that constitution. You know, he don't need to sleep. He can go all night. I like slap him on the back.
I'm gonna have like this aloof idea of what he's talking about. He's just,
Roll me a charisma check, please. I want to see how well.
Okay. What's that, Harry? Lovely accent, thanks, man. As I roll, so if you guys are new, by the way, hit that follow button and join us. It's the best way to catch all of our shows. We're here 5 nights a week, 9 shows a week. I'm not the most charismatic man, believe it or not. I just have a +3, so an 11.
She says, I appreciate the offer. Maybe when the rain comes down.
So you're saying there's a chance?
What does the rain have to do with it?
Well, it's raining out.
Well, yeah, but you could go out in the bar, like just get a drink, eh? Huh?
Right. I'll be around. So I guess.
Great, that's a yes then. I'll see you two later. And I like clap him on the back and I head up to my room. Nailed it.
most aggressive wingman.
Yeah.
Good crash landing into a person. There you go.
Oh Lord.
Do you like figurines?
What?
Daelon plays Warhammer.
Like
Oh God, flashbacks.
what's your favorite breakfast?
I don't know. I'd like eggs, I guess.
Oh, me too. Oh God. Um.
And I'm just gonna continue this line of dialogue. I mean, I can if you want me to.
So, we'll assume the rest of the conversation goes a lot like that.
You're just like
As you-
following her around the bar. She's like
about
serving
birds?
Yeah.
So,
Douglas, as you're making your way towards the stairs, you actually kind of you almost sort of as you kind of have to go around this sort of fireplace to go to the stairs. You almost bump into this man. He's sort of like a big burly dude in like a scale mail chest plate. He looks like he's like he's not here for pleasure, and he's just you kind of bump into him, and he's much taller than you, and he's kind of looking down and scowling at you. He says, "Watch where you're going, friend."
right. Well, you better watch where you're going, pal.
He looks like he's about to say something, but you hear a kind of a squeaky voice pipe up from behind him. He says, no, you don't need to. There's no need for that. Yeah, I'm sure it was just an accident. Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure it was, buddy. And then
you-
like,
You kind of see you see from behind him. There's this guy is apparently sort of standing. Him and another man who is similarly dressed are sort of like standing like bouncers in front of this little kind of corner table where this chubby little kind of man, well-dressed man is sitting, and he's kind of like peering his head around the side looking at you, like adjusting his glasses.
what do you want?
Oh, I don't want anything. No,
Good.
oh, I just don't want there to be a fight.
Well, there won't be a fight, pal.
Well, I'm sorry, my bodyguards can be quite aggressive sometimes.
Hmm.
They take the jobs very seriously, but well, that's what I pay them for, I think. Yes. Hi. Are you here for the trade fair?
No.
No. Oh, well, it's a strange town to visit. Otherwise.
I guess.
Yes, there's not a lot here, but I'm particularly here for the treasure. There's
Treasure,
I
you
can
say?
do a lot with it. Oh yeah, you don't know?
No, I don't. I sit down.
He kind of the bodyguard looks like he's about to kind of put his hand up to stop you, but the man says no, it's fine, it's fine. And you sort of sit down at the table with him. He's this kind of portly man. He's got these round glasses that he's kind of adjusting on his face. He's dressed a little bit like sort of like a wealthy trader or noble. And he says, well, every year this is my first time, but there's supposed to be a trade fair here, and well, Ashenport's not really known for anything except the fact that they pull all these wonderful treasures out of the ocean, and well, I'm certainly here to see what they have. I'm a jeweler by trade, jeweler and sculptor, and so I came here. There are others. You can see them over there. They're more interested in most likely rights and deals to bring the treasures back to the free cities and things like that. Me, I just want to work on them. Maybe restore them or reshape them or
I
things
don't
like
really
that.
care. Where do we get these treasures then?
Well, I think I think the townspeople may have them. The mayor may have most. I don't know. I just got here earlier this morning, but
What's your name again?
What?
What's your name again?
Oh, Jandal fan, and he kind of reaches a hand out to you, like eagerly.
Jandal. All right. Name's Douglas Templeton.
Oh, good to meet you, Douglas. Yeah, I just got here this morning. It's been raining awfully since I got here.
That's right.
But when the trade fair happens, that's when I think all of the treasures and stuff that they have that they pull from the ocean will be
Right.
for sale and things like that.
Okay. Well, it's nice talking to you, Jandal. Jibble jabble.
Of course. I should tell you though, if you're going to be in town, try not to run afoul of the Blackwell Company.
What's
The
that?
gold leaf. Oh, them over there, and he kind of points across the into the guys in the black and red tabards.
Uh-huh.
And he says, Surins, Creel, and Blackwell. They're a trading company, not known for being very scrupulous, but I believe they're here to secure some sort of exclusive business deal. And as you can see, they
exclusive. I see.
Yes, that's what we call them back home. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the name of the industry. All right, well, thanks for the heads up, pal. I'm like, pat him on the shoulders, I believe.
He says, "Oh, yes, nice meeting you."
Yeah, bet it was. And I head up to my room.
Okay. Are you just crashing? Like,
Pretty just crashed, yeah.
all right.
It's been a long day. Been trucking this cart through town.
So probably we'll say probably about 2 hours later, Daelon, you've probably been following this girl around the tavern. I don't know. Did you have any plans other than that?
I mean, it would depend on her body language. Like if she was, yeah, go ahead.
Oh no, she's not. She doesn't seem particularly receptive to your romantic advances. I guess we'll call them. She seems very busy, more concerned with her job. Piotr, the bartender, will very often yell at her for to get back to work or something like that.
Can I go over it and like, if I see this in my line of questions of like, so do you like collecting rocks? You know, and then if the dude yells at her when I'm.
You want to go over to him?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, sure. Yeah. He'll kind of, as you walk over, again, kind of gruff, unshaven man, skinny face, and he kind of, you're bothering my girl. I can't have that, man.
Looks like you're bothering her, sir.
Yeah, that's because I pay her wages.
You pay her to be a doodle, huh?
What?
A doodle.
Are you alright?
I am. Are you? Because it seems like you got something up your butt.
He says, look, I don't know if you've had too much to drink or this is just what you are normally, but you got your room key. I suggest you go there.
Well, I suggest you be a little nicer.
I'll take it under advisement.
Do you have like a town review that I could submit to? A little survey, a 1 to 5. I am very thoroughly disappointed right now.
He says,
I'm rather upset, and I would like to submit something to the town that gives you a 2 out of 5.
he says, yeah, wait, hold on. I got a comment card right here. And he kind of goes to reaches over to a small cupboard and opens it, and he pulls out a roll of toilet paper and puts it on the bar. He says, fill that out.
Can we say that Douglas has danger sense for Daelon? And Douglas puts himself in bed. He puts himself in bed. And he's like, no, he's in trouble. I can't leave him alone. I have to tuck him in. And then I set up and I head downstairs. Just to get into this argument with this guy.
Can I look? I want to look for some. I want to take the paper.
Yeah.
As if naively oh yeah, for that. And then I want to look for some dirt on my shoe and take a portion of the toilet paper folded and kind of wipe it on the dirt, and then mimic it as if I'm wiping my ass with the toilet paper, and then I want to throw it at his face, the dirt covered toilet paper.
It's at this point I head down into the bar and see this. Right.
Oh Lord. So he, all right. So I'm gonna say, like you're like getting about to throw it, and that's when Douglas comes dropping down the stairs. All right.
I head downstairs. I'm like,
So
Daelon,
I'm
what are
going
you...
to throw it. Like,
No, that's what I'm saying. Like you're coming down the stairs right as you see him kind of fling this wad of paper at the bartender.
Daelon! Daelon! And I rush over.
The bartender is gonna kind of he's gonna put his hand down heavily on the table. He says, "Right, you're testing my patience, and I ain't gonna have that from you. Look, you got your key, you paid your money. You either sit
Daelon, the man's being very reasonable.
and enjoy your ale, or you go upstairs and you go to sleep."
Okay, now
But-
he's being a bit more of a dick. I'm starting to be on your side, actually.
That's what I was saying. Being a total doodle. I just thought, what would Douglas do? And I never stand up for myself. And this guy, I asked for a review card, and he said, here's this toilet paper. So I threw some poop in his face. And I'm like, that's what Douglas would do, right?
What? No. Who do you... I turned the volume. He's not well.
I say, "Please take him away before I have him thrown out." Because as you look, like all the people who are left in the bar, including the trading companies and stuff, they're looking at you guys and kind of talking amongst themselves.
I turned to Daelon. I thought you had this date with Relina. What went wrong? Is this because did it not go well? Is this are you lashing out again?
Well, ex-sailor Doc Block over here is just yelling at her the entire time. So I'm trying to ask her about, what type of moss she enjoys. And he goes,
Right.
And I'm just like, hey,
Daelon, you can't. Just because she's turned you down doesn't mean you can act this way, you know.
that wasn't,
Daelon, let's be real. She didn't like you, and you're taking it out on this guy. Which I understand because most of the time I hit things when I'm upset. I'm sorry I forced you into that situation. I didn't mean to put the pressure on you there with the girl.
I just kind of walk away from the bar, like shoulders sunk, like to my room.
He does this every time. I don't love hockey. Sorry about him, Peter. He's done this at least 3 or 4 times in the past few weeks now.
He says, "Yeah, he's special. I understand." Oh, fuck, I lost a thing in my ear, my headphone. He says, "Yeah, he's special. I understand. Look,
Well, he's not special. No, he's not. What do you mean?
he's got a head problem."
No, there's nothing wrong with the kid.
Whatever. Look,
It's actually quite rude.
yeah, okay, whatever.
It's actually really rude.
Are you
I'd
gonna
like you
keep
to apologize to my friend, actually. Daelon, come back here.
I kind of look back and kind of I evaluate the opportunity over there, having lost an argument with a dick bartender and kind of been told that the person I was courting had no interest in me, and I stand there looking for.
This man has something to say to you, don't you?
He says, "Yeah, I'm gonna give you one more chance to stop making a scene, or you can enjoy hanging out in the rain."
Right.
I just turn around and just more defeatedly kind of I look over at the bartender and then I look at Douglas and just
yeah.
kind of, the soul fades from my eyes. I'm like, is that really why you wanted? Like, I communicate to him in a very sad puppet.
Yeah.
Like, is that really why I had to turn back?
I look at this. I'm pretty used to crushing a soul at this point. It's kind of my my day-to-day job. And then right now you see the thing is I turn the bartender and I just punch him in the face.
Alright, roll me an attack against him.
Okay. Douglas is just way too angry. So he just plus 6. So 16 versus his own cost.
You just kind of crack him. You know, I guess just roll me like a 1d4 for unarmed damage.
Ah, sure. My strength bonus?
Yeah, sure.
Let's see what my strength bonus actually is. Let's look at that. Oh, we're not in this one. It's probably like a 2. 3.
All right. So you just kind of, you're about to kind of turn away, and you just sort of sucker punch him right, just crack him right like in, you know, the corner of his jaw, and he kind of reels back, shouting, says, "Aye! Wah!" And then all of a sudden, like all the a bunch of people are in the tavern, like a bunch of the townsfolk are kind of up on their feet as he sort of reels back. He says, "That's it. Both of you get out of my tavern right now." And he kind of, you see the people from the town are sort of walking towards you, basically about to evict you.
Yeah. I'm like, right, lads, we don't need to get into any arrangement here. See, now he's apologized because his nose is bleeding. So we're gonna go to our rooms now, and no one's gonna start any trouble. You really don't want to make me angry. I actually feel a lot better for punching this guy, but you don't want to make me angry again.
Roll me an intimidation check.
Okay, this is something that I'm good at. Huzzah! So that's +7. So nat 1, nailed it.
So like you're like you're like, right, it's all good. We're just gonna go to a room now. But then you're kind of nervously looking around as like 7 dudes are like kind of walking towards you, and also like you're kind of backing up towards the stairs.
Yeah, I'm gonna start using the stairs as like a funneling point.
the
stay back.
One of the men is gonna be like, "No, I don't think you are gonna be. I think you're gonna be leaving right now."
Oh look, we're going up the stairs. Oh look, we're closing the door. Keep going, Daelon. Keep going backwards. We're like walking backwards up the staircases. I've got my like sword drawn and like closing the door. Oh, we're gone. See ya.
So have you guys now, with you and Daelon, have you guys like shut yourself into one room?
I think we just like shut the door to the staircase at this point.
There's no door to the staircase.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
In that case, yeah, let me just
you gotta like nervously like back up into one room
back
without
up into a room.
it.
And then I throw like a bunch of furniture in front of it as quickly as possible. It's just like boom, 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 as I like throw a cupboard across it, and like I stack the bed up against it as well.
All right. So as you guys have now, you've basically spent the next 10 minutes sort of sealing yourself in this room. You're not really, because of the noise that you're making with the dresser and the bed and all this stuff barricading, you're actually not really sure what's going on outside the room. You can't really make out any, you don't know if people are like knocking on the door to follow you. You don't know, but people don't seem to be kicking down the door or anything. Like, so you barricade yourself in there, and it's, Daelon. And I'm gonna assume, because you guys are just sort of waiting, in the corner, like prepared for something. Daelon, it's about 40 minutes later when you realize your cart is still downstairs.
I'm gonna act like there's a fire in the room right now.
Like what? Oh, get off!
What are you doing?
Do you have any idea what you did?
What did I do? I didn't leave your fucking cart down there. It's your cart. I didn't forget
our
about
cart.
it.
We're at a trade show. That is the only
It's
thing
not
we have.
our cart. I just happened to be along for the ride. I'm getting away from Claudia for a while. She said I need a break.
Uh-oh.
It's your cart. I'm just here to make sure you don't get into any trouble like you did earlier.
It's my cart.
Right. You should have remembered it then, shouldn't you?
You look after me, but you don't look after my cart. Great.
Right, you and the cart are
That
two
thing's
very
my
different
life.
entities. You're not the same thing. Or if it's
No,
your
I
life, you should probably
I
keep an eye on it
never,
then, shouldn't you?
If you left your shitty flower that you broke,
Don't bring up the
buddy,
flower.
well, comparing apples to carts.
Right. Well, don't try and get into fights with bartenders then.
You punch him in the face.
Shut up. And then I head out the room with my sword drawn. Just get your fucking cart back.
So you guys, well, you could, but you don't know what's going on. So either you guys could sort of head out and get it, or you could sort of wait in the room.
Oh, we're heading out, I think. What's up,
Okay.
Flaming Killer? So yeah, we head out. I'll remind you guys on the hour. If you haven't followed, then hit that follow button and join us. We're just a few followers away from 3,300 followers, where you guys will get to decide anything which happens in our game. So if you want a viewer decision, then hit that follow button if you haven't, if you're new. It's the best way to keep up on all of our shows. And of course, haven't retweeted, and hit that retweet button. And how many retweets are we on here? We are on, looks like 15. So we're just 10 retweets away from you guys having a second viewer decision. So let's get following and let's get twitting. And we'll make some even more shenanigans happen. It is all about Daelon's car at this point.
Alright, so, give me 1 second. As you, so as you're you're hauling the, you don't actually know what time it is anymore, because you've been in the tavern for a while now. As you're opening or as you're pulling the stuff away from the door and trying to get, push your barricade away and get out, you guys are kind of stopped in your tracks, not necessarily by anyone, and it's sort of just like a kind of a weird, you get a weird feeling, sort of like how when you walk into a house and someone left the TV on and it's just kind of like buzzing. It's not a sound.
I do that all the time when I break into people's houses.
Yeah, and they left the TV. No, it's just kind of like that kind of sense. But sort of as you're doing this, you can you don't realize it until a little bit after, until it's creeping up, but sort of slowly and gradually there's sort of a new sound penetrating over the wind and the rain that's sort of pounding at the window here. It's sort of barely audible at first, but after a little while it resolves itself into sort of an alien high-pitched keening. Give me 1 second.
Okay, that's pretty odd.
And as it's kind of, as it insinuates itself in your ears, and you just it's getting louder and louder, you realize it's kind of a sound that, like, somehow in your head it just sort of resounds with loss and with sadness, like a lamenting song or something.
Someone's pretty wrong here, Daelon.
It's gonna induce a great amount of paranoia in me. I'm just gonna frantically look for my cart. As if
well, you're still in the room at this point. The sound is kind of echoing over the wind and the rain, and it seems to grow louder and louder, almost until the storm itself has sort of receded into the background. It kind of fills your ears and insinuates itself through your mind and the very core of yourself as it resonates. Until really you can't even, you just can't even focus on anything else. It's neither a beautiful nor comforting sound, and sort of yet you find it almost irresistible to sort of pay attention to. So I need both of you to roll me will saves. However, because you guys are awake, I'm gonna give you advantage on these.
Okay, cool. So wisdom saving throws, not very wise. 6, 9.
Both of you have advantage. So.
I got a natural one, I think. Yeah.
So you got advantage, so you can roll it again. And get the highest. Let me throw the dice up, actually. Let's see.
11.
Oh, are you? Oh, Tracy's not even in our chat. That's why.
Oh, that's why. Yeah.
Oh, was I supposed to import my character over to?
No. I gave a Roll20 link for this game in the Skype chat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's fine. All right. So what did you get the second time?
It was 11.
11. Okay. So all right. So Daelon, you kind of as you as you sort of, you don't really notice anything at first. You're sort of pushing the stuff out of the way, helping him, and once you finally kind of pushed the dresser out of the way and pulled the bed away and gotten out into the hallway, both of you sort of rush down into the tavern, like into the main common area of the inn. Daelon, obviously, you make a straight line for your cart. However, it's only when you sort of grab your cart and start pulling it towards the stairs to get it into the room with you that you realize that Douglas he's not come over to get it with you. He's actually walked past you and is now walking towards the door. Like, not rushing, he's just kind of walking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, as you kind of turn to look at him, you notice, first of all, the inn entirely empty, except for about 3 other people. Some of them seem to be in like night clothes. Some of them seem to be dressed in armor and stuff, who are also, the door is already open. Some of them are making their way out the door. Some of them are making their way towards the door.
I'm just gonna grab my cart and try and meet up with Douglas.
You're
Yeah.
you're bringing the cart, like you were originally going to bring the cart up the stairs towards your room,
Yeah.
but he's now past you and is going towards the door the way you guys came into the tavern.
Yeah. I'm gonna go towards the door.
Okay, so you push the cart over to him. He's just walking, just very slowly, eyes focused on this door.
It's the most chill you've seen Douglas.
Yeah,
Ever.
very calm, very. Oh, we got a Curse of Strahd flashback there.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna tug on
Douglas.
like, wag his arm a little bit.
Can I reply? Or?
No, you are out.
And I can't impede his movement at all.
You can do whatever you'd like. You tug on his arm. He doesn't respond. He just kind of pulls away from you and keeps walking.
I want to kind of like take a knuckle and like punch into his leg, like a Charlie horse sort of thing.
So like kind of like a stunning fist.
Yeah. But it's like I know he's angry, like an angry dude, and if he gets punched, he's likely to react. So
you wanna like stun him, keep him from moving while you do it.
Yeah, it's one of those things, like the messed up thing you do to your friend to make their leg go numb.
Yeah, we'll call it a stunning fist just because you're not necessarily you're trying to impede his movement. So go ahead and roll me the stunning fist attack. We'll see how you do. It's not you get a little bit of a bonus on it, but he just because he's walking, just go ahead and roll your attack against him. I'm gonna say it's gonna be against. Is there flat-footed in 5th edition?
No.
I don't know what I guess minus your dex penalty because you can't dodge. I don't 5th edition is weird to me.
Who knows?
Just roll the attack.
Roll to hit?
Yeah, you gotta try and knock him out.
Oh, okay. I mean, I'm like right next to him though, right?
I know. Just
okay. One second. Looking at other sheet, going to other sheet.
You're going to have to toss me. Toss me, Aragorn. You're going to have to toss me.
all right. So you just kind of as he's walking, you just kind of crack him right in the sort of the back of the thigh, and just sort of unconscious, like against his will, his leg just sort of gives out under him, and he drops to one knee. And how long does a stunning fist last for? It's a couple of rounds, right?
I think so, yeah.
All right. So he's kind of slumped like down to one knee, and he can't really walk. But he's not really like he hasn't snapped out of his reverie. Like it seems like he's kind of like if he could move, he'd still be trying to drag himself towards the door.
Douglas, come on, man. What's up?
I'm just like lying here.
The other people, by the way, who are walking with him, 2 of them have made their way out. Like the door is open, the rain is pouring outside. They've made their way outside and into the street. and they're still going.
Do I notice that they kind of have a similar melodic,
Oh yeah, definitely.
zombified movement almost? I'm just gonna. I don't really have any knowledge of magic or, aside from what I've seen in the monastery, but I can understand that he is debilitated by something that is, because it's so adverse to his personality to be like hit and just kind of fall to the ground and say nothing. So I'm just gonna pull him like by his leg and try and like maybe like put him in the cart or something, or just gonna.
When you kind of grabbed his shoulder, you noticed that he was kind of trying to like pull away from you and keep walking. So you figure that if you put him in the cart and when he stops being kind of stunned, he'll probably just get up and keep walking. You may have to physically snap him out of this.
Thank you so much to Ryan Reed for following. Welcome, Ryan, to the adventure. You're a gentleman and a scholar, so thanks so much. He also said there's no flat foot in 5e, but if you want a bonus and you give advantage, disadvantage, I guess.
So I'm gonna like stand in front of him and put my hand up, very concerned, and I'm gonna slap him. So I'm gonna go for like a really big slap across the face.
All right, you just kind of whack him right across the face. Will, I will let you make a wisdom saving throw to see if you can shake the effect.
Okay, that's just a d20 unfortunately for me, so we'll see. That one!
No!
Nailed it. Second that one of the day.
You smack him. He is still just...
I have rolled 2 dice this game. No, I've rolled a few actually. I've rolled like 3 dice and 2 of them have been that ones.
Yeah.
Mainly it.
So you're doing good today.
Pretty proud.
So, in terms of the bar, there are the angry patrons that wanted to, shoo us out, and then there are some of the people that are kind of walking out.
No, there's aside from the people walking out, there's no one else in the bar.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
I can just kick the shit out of him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a bottle from the cart and like bash it over his head.
All right, go. Roll me an attack with the bottle.
This is like a clown show, like a little slapstick,
Yeah.
right? Like
I'll give you a bottle attack
yeah.
because he's still stunned. So roll me an attack with the bottle at advantage. Just
Roll for bottle. Don't bottle it.
7.
Nailed it.
one more.
One more.
Yeah, for advantage.
Unmorphing.
Because he can't move. So.
Unmorphing. Jackie. You can just do the up key and actually.
That one.
That one. Yes.
You just crack him in the head with the bottle, and the bottle doesn't actually break. But
It
because
just bounces off at Douglas's
but
head.
because that would hurt anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and give Will another save.
Come on, nat 20.
'Cause-
11.
All right, 11. You kind of, as he kind of bottle boom, right against your head, you're kind of like, what? Oh, why does my head hurt? Oh,
Ow, what the, oh, Daelon, what the fuck, man? Oh,
Hey, I had to.
why did you have to do that?
Well, you wouldn't wake up. Like, feel your leg.
What?
So, does he feel
Yeah,
the sensation?
oh yeah. His leg is one of his legs is numb.
Okay.
Do you remember that? Do you remember
Oh.
your leg going numb?
Yes, no, we were getting your card and then I must have blacked out or something.
Yeah.
The only
Something's going wrong, man, and it's not cool. And people are walking out of this bar, and you were not
Where
listening.
is everyone?
So, Will, the only thing you remember really, really clearly is before you sort of blacked out, you were kind of making your way out of the room, and at first you admit you had something you were gonna do, but then all of a sudden, like, you were like, the ocean, that's where I need to go.
Yeah, I had this strange, like, craving to be down on the ocean, like, by the water. Is it? That was where I was going, right? That's where everyone else is going.
I don't. Why? There was no announcement. There was no anything. I just saw people like we're in. Everybody wanted to beat us up. Now everybody's gone.
Well, that's really weird. I think we should go down and see what's going down on the ocean, because it seems like pretty fucked up. I mean, look at these guys. And as I'm looking at everyone who's like, oh, somebody walking.
Well, they're now all out the door and
shit.
on the street at this point.
Well, I say.
They all seem enchanted.
You don't know. You saw them sort of walking out. They just walked out the door really calmly and just went, down to the street. You lost sight of them after that.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, right. We need to know what's going on here, because if this is a thing, then we don't want us falling asleep and getting killed by something. I don't know.
Yeah, I
I'm
agree.
going
I'm sorry for hitting you.
Oh, it's fine, man. It happens a lot.
You guys want to rush out the door and see if you can catch up with the people?
Totally.
All right. So you just kind of just bolt out the door, out the front door, which is not far from where you are right now, and into the pouring rain, and the rain is still coming down just as hard as it was, but this sound is still sort of pounding in your ears, and you can just sort of barely make out off in the distance. There are people. It looks like you could see about 4 of them nearby, and you can just barely make out the shapes of more. So let me actually look at my map so I can tell what's going on here. So out of the tavern, I'll just move you guys here too. The tavern is right here, and these people are now like walking this way down the street.
Okay. Bring this over here so you guys can see a bit better.
Yeah. So you guys come out the tavern. You can see him just sort of walking down this street.
Okay. I'm gonna follow them. Kind of just keep pace of them, I guess.
Okay. As you run up next to the nearest one,
With the car.
Yeah, just squeak behind you. You see that that this guy, like, it's one of these guys, and his eyes are focused straight ahead, and he's just very calmly walking. He doesn't take notice of you. He doesn't do anything to you.
I'm just gonna follow him. Yes.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
He's gonna keep walking.
Sure.
How far do you wanna follow him for?
I wanna follow him, like maybe it's like this, like about here, maybe like the sea edge, where I can like look down as to what's going on the beach, but not
Right.
be next to him.
Yeah.
Did you want to keep pace with like the guy at the back of the line or the guy at the front?
Probably
Because
guy
there
at the
are there are guys ahead of him,
Probably
and
the
they're
guy,
probably gonna get to the water before him.
probably the guy at the back, I guess. I don't want to be like
Yeah.
amidst them.
Okay. So as you keep pace with this guy, it's about half. You're about halfway down so you guys are probably about here. When you can kind of look and you see all of the dudes that you managed to that you were aware of that were ahead of you that were walking. They have hit the shoreline and they've just kept going.
Oh, right. Looks like they're all going into the sea. That's kind of
Wait,
weird.
Walking into the.
That appears to be the case, yeah.
Do I see any bubble? Like, are there any like?
The waves are just kind of crashing around them, so they're just kind of walking, like there's docks and stuff, fishing docks and stuff. They just kind of walk down to the shore and they don't seem to break pace or anything like that.
So probably not the best business opportunity here.
Doesn't seem like it. They all appear to be like wanting to drown themselves, maybe.
This seems a little fishy, my friend.
And I like nudge him with an elbow, like I'm really clever.
What? Oh, right. I get it. That's fine.
So there's 3 dudes. There's one that you're next to. There's one in front of him, and there's one in front of him that have not hit the water yet.
Okay, I'm gonna go over to the next guy, like one of these guys, and just like slap him around the face.
All right, you smack him. Let me see something. Let me just.
Same idea.
Yeah.
Slap people.
Yeah, you just kind of smack this guy. It takes a couple good hits, but after a while he kind of stumbles, catches himself on like a signpost or something, and he looks. He says, "Oh, where am I?"
You're on
What?
the ocean, and then you're on the beach, and I go for the next guy, slap him around the face.
Hey there.
The third guy, slap him around the face.
Are you you want to help him out,
with
Daelon?
slaps. I'm just gonna kind of watch and be entertained. You know,
All right.
like this is Douglas's best profession. It's just kind of
Hitting people in the face.
All right.
go.
It's kind of
Master at work.
it's kind of precarious because actually the last guy, like, you just managed to catch up to this guy as he's about to hit the water's edge, and you actually you can't really just rush up and slap him. You actually have to kind of like dive and grab his waist and sort of like tackle him before he just
Sure,
sort of
yeah.
walks in the water.
Yeah.
But
Come back here.
once he's down, you gotta kind of smack him a couple times. When it's at this point, you've kind of managed to wake 3 of these dudes,
Yeah.
and they're just sort of they're lying in the mud, or they're leaning up against a wall or something, just really groggy and no idea what's going on. But the rest of them you were aware of are gone.
Alright, fellas. I kind of look at them like, the 3 of yous wanted to go down to the ocean, right?
You say, I don't know. I was sleeping, and I
Yeah.
had a dream or something, and
They were
I
sleepwalking.
woke up here.
I look back down into like the ocean. There's someone out there, Daelon. Drawing people in. I don't like it.
I just kind of look at the guys, and then I look at him, and it's kind of like to him I would look surprised, but in my mind I'm like, duh. Like, oh, you don't say, kind of yeah, look.
and Douglas is looking up all edgy. And then I turn back and I say, fellas, is there some like cave system nearby? Something leads underneath ground, or?
The guy says, I don't know. We just got into town for the fair.
Right.
Can we get out of the rain? I gotta
This
get.
fair is every
get
single year, right?
Sorry, say that again.
The fair is every single year, right?
Yeah, it's
On the same day?
This is. I think so. It's the first time I've been here.
Right, so. I'll tell you to Daelon. So, once a year there's this festival held. Has anyone actually been to this festival before? Because everyone seems to be fucked.
So, while are you guys talking while you're making your way back to the inn, or are you just hanging out in the rain?
What are you heading out? I don't know, head back to the inn?
I mean, if they're like moving towards it, then I'll.
The dudes that you woke up seem to definitely are like they probably won't wait for you. Like they'll probably
Yeah.
give you a little bit, but they'll probably start heading back to the inn, at least because it's the only place they know of where there's shelter.
Mhm.
Daelon, that's only one letter away from Dagon.
Dagon confirmed.
Dagon confirmed, yeah.
So
Dagon.
you guys wanna follow them?
Yeah, I'll head him back there.
All right. When you kind of head back into the inn, you actually find it's not exactly as deserted as it was when you left. There are the 3 guys that you kind of you saved. There's you, and then you notice there's like groups of people huddled, like the people that look like they were kind of wearing the green and the gold trim stuff. There are a few of them, not nearly as many as there were. Sort of sitting off to one side, and then there are a couple of the guys that were wearing the black and red off, on another side, and then
Will they look groggy, or?
some of them do, yeah. It looks like they may have just woken up, things like that. And then it looks like there's that man that you met, Jandal. He's sort of sitting by himself.
I go over and speak to Jandal. I said, Daelon, I know this guy. Spoke to him before. Jandal, it's Douglas again.
He looks up and says, you're all right.
Yeah, what the hell's
what
going
happened?
on here, man?
What happened? Well, I don't know. no. I went to my room not long after you were, after you did. I had my men, the men that I had hired with me, and I don't know. I woke up in the middle of the night, but they were gone.
I'm gonna go.
Douglas, you went to his room?
No, I went to my room.
Is there something you want to tell me before I tell Claudia, that sweetheart?
I look confused there. What? No, I went to my room. He went to his room. You went to your room.
He just said he left after he...
What? Jandal, please clarify. You went to your room, right? And I went to my room.
Yes, we spoke at the table over there for a few minutes.
Okay, never mind. Sorry.
Right, thanks. Anyway, do you know who these guys are? Do I know more about this shit than we do?
He says, yes, that's Teresa Shea over there. She's an emissary from the Golden Leaf Trading Consortium.
Oh, Mother Teresa, okay.
And that right there, that's Matthias Creel. He works for Cerns, Creel, and Blackwell.
Oh, I'm meant to be scared of them, Alright, let's go talk to Creel. And I head on over. Mr. Creel.
There's kind of two of the men. You saw there were probably about 8 dudes that he was here with. There seems to only be 4 at this point. And two of them sort of put their arm up to stop you before you get to him, just sort of holding you back from approaching him. But he says, "Yes. Well, who are you? Do you know what's going on? Are you responsible for this?"
My name is Douglas Templeton. No, we're not responsible. I was actually under the influence of this, whatever the hell it was, but we saved a few guys from down in the ocean. I was wondering if you had any idea what's going on here.
What's going on? No. Me and my men, we came here as representatives of my trading company. We are here to secure an exclusive trading deal with this town, and keep those heathens over there from securing the rights. And then all of this happened. I've lost 4 men. Do you understand?
Yes, I do. Pretty simple concept to grasp. What? Have you ever been to this festival before? You know?
No. This is the first. It's usually a smaller affair. This is the first time my company and I have taken notice.
So no one's been there before. Huh. Interesting.
Actually roll me a perception check, please.
Sure. Sure. Yeah. 17, the perfect number.
Yeah, the perfect number. As you look around, you realize, aside from you and apparently these 2 trading consultoriums and their employees, the bar is completely empty.
Where's that bartender?
He's not around.
And Rolina's not here either. Interesting. Do you know where? Hey, fella, do you know?
Went voluntarily into the ocean. Where Daelon go?
So I'm like, so. Do you happen to know where the bartender stays? This theater guy.
No. How would I know that? I don't know anyone in this town. I did speak to the mayor a while ago, but that's about it.
All right, the mayor. Where's he?
Yeah.
What's his name?
Give me a second. I will tell you.
We're using Zoom at the moment, are we? For video and audio. It's pretty cool.
He says, he says, Alderman Ritter is his name. I met him over at the town hall.
What did he seem like? Seem normal or kind of weird or?
A jovial man, slightly overweight.
What about his face? Was it kind of like Ellie's? Welcome, Ellie face, to the adventure. You are a gentle lady, Scott. Thank you for.
I would describe it probably that way, yeah.
Right. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah. He's a rotund blonde man, I think.
So we trading or what? I understand people are going in the water. We trying to
We think that's more important.
find the caper of the sleeping pill dude who wanted everybody to drown.
You kind of hear a kind of a someone clearing their throat, kind of cutting through the conversation, just a and you kind of turn and you see there's a dark-haired elven woman who is now standing sort of behind you. She would actually be quite attractive if it weren't for a kind of a scar running down the side of her face and one of her eyes this sort of milky white color. As she looks at you, she says, "Excuse me, I believe that we have something to discuss. Clearly there is something amiss in this place. My men and I came here as emissaries of a trade caravan, but to this point, whatever is going on in this town, I wish to have no part of. Also, I believe I owe you my thanks for saving 2 of my men."
Oh, you're welcome, love. Now, question. Do you know what's going on here?
I don't.
Right, okay. So we're gonna go talk to the mayor instead. Because someone must have some idea as to what's going on here, and if it's anyone, my bet's on being the mayor.
I'm gonna kind of trudge and stomp out with my cart in the direction of where I would think the mayor is, or go outside and do like.
No. Anyone wants to come with me, feel free.
She says, "I think my men and I will remain here,
How
but
you do that, love?
you and the other man, Matthias Curly, says, yes, we'll stay here, but
You
please
stay here in a nice cozy tavern while some men do the work.
bring back word from the mayor. Will you? We'd like an answer for this."
I'll see about that. And I head off with
right.
Daelon. Come on, Daelon.
Daelon,
Traders
are
these
you?
days, they don't even want to do any of the dirty work.
I
Just
know,
wanna
these
sit
NPCs.
down,
Can't
walk
deal
into
with
the
them.
water and die.
Can't even swim. Right,
Awful
let's find this mayor.
trader stereotype. I can't swim.
Oh no! All my fine clothings, I can't
My
swim.
barter vest filled with copper spoons is weighing me
I have
down.
all of these spoons. Why do I have all of this cutlery on me?
Come to the surface.
So you guys just want to leave the tavern and go into town, correct?
Indeed.
All right. So, you're not really. I mean, it's hard to even as you kind of walk out into the rain. It's hard to even determine what time of day it is, but you assume generally your best guess is it must be somewhere near dawn. But it's hard to say because behind sort of behind the constant rains and sort of the stone thick clouds, the lightning of the sky is all but imperceptible to you. Still, as far as you can tell, dawn has come to Ashenport, and the town should be rising as well sometime soon. However, as you step out into the street, you realize that the town is not rising. Even as sort of the first few mornings creep past, as you make your way into the streets, the town around you remains utterly still. There's no doors slamming, no shopkeepers kind of leaving their homes or businesses to huddle against the rain as they go to start the new day's business. Other than yourselves and the people that you are aware of in the tavern, there doesn't seem to be a single soul stirring in Ashenport. The only signs
Seems
of life...
quiet. Too quiet.
Yeah, the only signs of life around you are a few large gulls that seem to be sort of undaunted by the rains that kind of perch among the town's roofs, sort of like flies kind of converging over the corpse of this town.
It's pretty weird out here, Daelon. Let's keep a hand on your weapon.
I'm just kind of peer around. Is there, not that I'm a thief, but are there any businesses or like a smithy that looks as if, was abandoned or something?
Give me a second. I gotta check what's nearby.
Not that I'm a thief, but can I just rob something?
So,
I just wanna...
As you kind of peer around, you see directly across this building right here, directly across from the tavern, right there, is there's a sign that kind of flaps in the wind that says the Bountiful Tide General Store.
Okay.
I don't know about you, but maybe we're a little under-equipped.
I can see where this is going. Yeah, I agree. We could relieve some supplies.
Yeah, I'll start walking in that direction and kind of open and peer inside.
All right, you make your way over to the store. There's really little to differentiate this building from any of the other surrounding shops, save that the walls are sort of meticulously whitewashed.
You went a
or
little
at
bit Sean Connery there. There's surrounding shops.
surrounding shops.
Whitewash.
Well, or at least they were whitewashed before sort of the heavy rains took their toll. Above the door, there sort of hangs a painting of a beautiful shoreline with the words that read "A Bountiful Tide" etched above it in gold paint. As you approach, the door appears to be locked.
You need me, or?
Can I, are there any boards or anything nearby? Like loose boards, or
On the
like
store
a fence?
itself,
is there like a fence around in the general area?
I'm sure you can find a piece of wood.
Okay. I wanna find, like, kick out a fence post and put it on the front of my cart.
God,
Nice.
no.
Turn it into a bit of a makeshift battering ram. I'm like,
I knew where that was going before you even said it. All right, you, Douglas, you see him sort of affix it, like trying to wedge this piece of wood into.
I'm on lookout.
so
If you'd like to ram the door, I will let you make a strength check to ram the door with the cart.
I'm really weak.
Do it. It's all about Daelon's car.
So,
It's a multi-tool. It's all he needs.
it is. It literally is. It's like I'm a makeup salesperson. 15. Oh!
So as you just kind of get a running start, like the wheels just sort of squeak through the mud as you just haul this cart with this bit of wood, not even tied or anything. It's literally just wedged in the front. Slam it into the door. There's kind of a rattle, like as the door, like on the door frame, and all you hear just clinking and crashing as the bottles and stuff inside the car are just knocked around and smashed. Like you suddenly realize that this cart was full of beer bottles. You slam it into the door, but the door, like it looks like the wood has actually not smashed the door open or off its hinges, but it sort of not like pushed the force pushed the door open just a little bit, and the wood is now wedged in between the door and the frame.
Right.
Who'd have thunk you'd take bottles off a cart before you ram it into something?
That might be a good idea for the future, yeah. We should, let's just find this mayor, Daelon. Let's worry about the shop later.
I'm gonna take my cart.
Are you gonna leave the piece of wood in the door?
Yeah, I'm gonna leave the wood in the door. Kind of. I'm gonna like flip it and
Just so they
dump
know.
out all the shards and stuff.
Yeah, just like bottles, like broken beer bottles, and like liquid
Yeah.
just pour out of the cart.
Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of do that, and it's still raining, right? Or,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna give it a good rinse and dump and rinse, and take it and just kind of like.
Just whatever bottles are still salvageable.
Are there any of them?
Yeah, there are a couple of them.
Okay, I'll put those. I'll lay them down next to like some wood to stabilize.
Wrap them in cloth.
Wrap them in cloth. Yeah, I'll I'll find something else. Make them limited edition later. last of a stormy batch that survived the battering ram.
Yeah.
It's gotta be some sort of special beer edition that costs 800 gold.
So Douglas, while he's doing that, I'm assuming you want to attempt to find the town hall.
Yeah. I imagine it's the biggest building in town, so.
So you do remember you passed a building with kind of an ornate wrought iron fence. It was kind of a large stone building, one of the taller ones that you've seen in town. You passed it on your way in, like before you hit that kind of grove of trees.
I head back there, seeing this is kind of one thing in my memory.
All right. So as you sort of make your way up this way, up the road, around this kind of grove of trees, you're kind of the rain is kind of whipping around you, and the trees are sort of looming up off on your right, and you're going. When I need both of you to roll me a perception check, please.
Sure.
Yeah.
14 for me. Is it
All right.
Any ideas for a name for a ghost town?
Ghostville.
Ghostville. Hallow something. Hallow Port. I don't know. It's probably a name generator there somewhere. No worries, Lindsay. Have a good day at work.
18.
18.
Awesome. Daelon, you're gonna notice this first, and I guess Douglas, you'll probably catch a glimpse of it a couple seconds later. Daelon, as you're pushing your cart sort of behind Douglas as you try and catch up to him, you definitely think you see something sort of moving, like shadows or shapes just kind of flitting off in the distance, sort of covered by the rain and stuff. And Douglas, as you hear, you just make out over the rain sort of the patter of feet against mud, and it's not yours and it's not Daelon's. And as you turn, you see someone kind of cloak over their head, just reaching out, they've got a club over their hand, and they seem to be like taking a step towards you to swing it. He's going to well, actually he's not going to swing at you. Let's have everyone roll initiative.
Damn. Alright.
Do I have a
So I probably don't have enough time to turn my cart into a makeshift shield, right?
Oh god, I was gonna come up with a cool name, something like Oaken Shield, but with a cart, like
Oaken cart.
Open cart. Bottle cart.
hold on, I gotta find a cool.
So for initiative, it's just your dex bonus trains. You can actually just do the up key, the up arrow, and it will do the same roll as you did before. It's quite handy.
Okay.
I don't have any cool combat music for
You
this.
got fat dex.
Sorry, I'll place it. How about
Okay.
Spooky Town?
Whoa.
Spooky Town.
Is that combat music? I don't
I
know.
think I got the opposite end of all your natural ones, Will.
Yeah, doing pretty well today.
Just doing all them 15s
Alright.
average.
I've been using too many, playing too many games. You know, using up my luck.
You're exhausted for luck by the time it
Yeah.
comes.
It's like Thursday is like the last day of stream, so I'm like, I can't roll anymore.
Alright, so let me just get a dude here. Do I have characters? I do.
It's impressive.
Yeah.
What's your sorting out that stuff? I'll remind you guys, if you're new, then hit that follow button and join us today in our adventure. We're here 5 nights a week, 9 shows a week. Normally we're playing Tinker's Tale here with Lee, but not today. Not today, I say. It is not this day. This day, it is the last breaths of Ashenport, which, thinking about it, probably isn't a good title now that we're in this situation. Didn't think too much of it before. We're also at 18 retweets. We just need maths more until you guys get to decide what happens in our game. We're also just 20 followers away from that next milestone, which is it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool stuff.
Alright, so I'm just putting these down at the bottom. So what'd you get, Trainsy? You got a 23?
Yeah.
I'm just this, and you got a 19. Alright, cool.
Cool.
short by descending. All right, so that means Daelon, you are up first. The sorry, I don't mean to put this all the way up there. You are up. You are up first. You can kind of see this dude coming out of the rain and rushing towards Douglas.
Obviously looks like he's going to attack him with the club. So it's
That's
like,
what it seems like. Yeah.
kill it, be killed. I'm gonna move to intercept, but with the intercept, I'm gonna try and stab him just straight in the gut, like before he actually.
With your spear.
Yeah, with my spear.
All right, so you ditch your cart and you just kind of rush over to him and try and stab him before he connects. Go ahead and roll me an attack against him.
Oh.
12. It's the mud, just with the slick mud and stuff. You can't really make it to him in time as you try and lunge with the spear, but you're just out of range as he kind of sees you and pulls out of the way just before you catch him. We're gonna move to he's actually going to wheel in place, like with his club, and he's actually gonna come down on top of you and attempt to club you.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah. What, me?
Me?
He gets, that is an 18 to hit you.
I hit.
Right? This club just sort of cracks you right in the shoulder area as it comes down on top of you for 4 damage.
Okay.
Damn.
Ouch. I reel back, just like slipping. It's like, what a cruel fate. Just kind of pull back with the spear.
Yeah. As he's doing that, we are going to come to Douglas. You see him, and as you kind of turn, you also see another one is coming out from ahead of you.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
I turn to the guy who's nearest, who's just hit Daelon. I'm gonna two-hand my sword to hit him for a nat 20. There's my luck.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
There we go.
As you just wheel around with your go ahead and roll me a whole boatload of damage on that.
A whole boatload. 12 damage as I bring
All right.
it down.
As you just kind of pivot in place, you use the mud because it's kind of slick. It helps you just kind of spin on your heel and follow through with the sword as you slam it hard into this guy's side. He's not really looking at you as the sword just buries deep into his side. You can feel a couple ribs crack as he doubles over and he's like,
Not today. And that only took 13 seconds. Welcome 13 seconds to the adventure. You sir are a gentleman and a scholar. Thanks for following me.
It's a good 13 seconds then.
13-second death.
Good. So as you do that, the other one is going to finish rushing up out of the darkness, and he is going to attempt to club you with his own. That is an 11 to hit you.
Me? No.
All right. He just rushes and comes down just with the club, but you remember he was coming. As you look over, you just pull out of the way. Your sword's still kind of buried in the dude that you just stabbed as you wrench it out of him as the club passes by harmlessly.
Stay back, Daelon! There's more of them. There's also Lako Drake. Welcome, Lako, to the adventure. You sir are a gentle Drake and a scholar. Thanks for following.
Oh no, not Drake's.
I know.
I didn't write that in.
This shit just leveled up.
There's my spear at the sky. No.
Stay back, Daelon. The Drakes are coming.
All right. Well, Daelon, what would you like to do? It is your turn.
I want to recover, grab the shoulder, and pivot towards, set myself down and move to attack.
Okay. So you just kind of wrench your shoulder, grip your spear, and go to jab at him. This guy is now doubled over from a huge wound that Douglas just put in his side, so he'll probably be pretty easy to hit.
Boom, 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 boom. 20.
Oh!
Not 20.
20s all day from you guys.
Oh,
Go ahead and roll me the damage on the nat 20, but I don't think it's necessary.
Fuck yeah. 2 in a row, boys.
You guys hate this dude. You
We
just doubled him.
absolutely want to kill this man more than anything.
10 damage.
All right, so go ahead. Why don't you tell me how you speared this already heavily injured man and just end him?
I'm gonna take, gripping from my shoulder, I find a new renewed strength, and I come at him, and I quickly switch my grip, and it comes down and just kind of aligns his spine with the spearhead, and goes down like a cob of corn.
So just as he's doubled over, you just come with the spear just right down on him.
Just down like parallel with the spine.
Yeah,
It's not the most efficient way, but it's like
no, it
like
finds.
if you're cutting a fish from away from the spine.
you just find a good kind of angle. You just jab, and he like there's a crunch, and he kind of. And as you twist the spear and pull it out, he just sort of slumps forward, face first into the mud, as you can see blood leaking out of his wounds, just staining the muddy ground and being washed away by the rain.
I got grossed out by my own description of eviscerating someone. I'm like, oh,
I've had some bad.
I'm putting on the comics. Oh
I once described a zombie exploding to a group of girls, and they were like, "No, please don't ever describe that again." Like
It was just too sexy.
too much
Too
gore.
sexy.
Do you want to move after that, or do you want to just you want to rush up to the other guy because you just attacked him? You can still move if you want.
I will move and kind of brace defensively, looking at the next person. After
Okay,
very confident, just like. Ugh.
He's up in melee with Douglas, so you can kind of rush up to Douglas, or you can.
Okay, I'll rush up and get in melee.
Okay, cool.
Nice.
So that guy is out. We'll take him off the list. That means Douglas, it is now your turn.
I turn to this guy. Tell me who you are. Who are you working for?
Do you say that as you're attacking?
I mean, I'm gonna say that just before I hit him, basically.
Okay, yeah.
Like whilst we're trading blows, you know. We go Star Wars on that. And then, assuming he doesn't reply.
Oh, okay. No, so you're gonna let him reply before you
Before
attack.
make my
All right.
attack,
I thought you were gonna be like as you're mid swing, like, tell me who you are.
yeah. As I take your head off. Go.
I'll allow you to roll me an intimidation check to see if you can get anything out of him.
Alright, it's a 25.
All right. You just kind of as this is all happening sort of simultaneously. You wrench your blade out from the side of the other dude, sort of blood spraying past it. As you grip this blade to hand, you're like, "Tell me who you are." And he's he kind of looks around. Give me 1 second. I gotta do a thing.
As we've just butchered his previous friend.
Yes.
What's up next? How are you? He just wanted a booty of the guys. We just want the booty. Yeah, it's going alright. Just going well. Just rolled some nat 20s. Feeling pretty good.
Yeah, nat 20s all day. I don't know how I feel about that.
Well, it balances out. I rolled a lot of nat 1s earlier, so you know, it's only fair.
Where the hell are we? Oh, okay. He says, he kind of hisses. He says, I got nothing to say to you. He says, we will take you down. It is demanded. As he's
Right. Okay. Can I hit him?
You're welcome.
Typical.
13.
13. Unfortunately, you go to swing. You didn't have enough power behind it or something. He just kind of he just kind of blocks the blow with the haft of his mace.
I had too much fine in my swing.
A little bit.
Just tell me, alright.
But you definitely. I mean, it was weird. He definitely stopped for a second to consider his situation. But you don't really know what his decision.
So what you're saying is we need to cut off a few more limbs before he
Yeah,
starts to-
maybe. He is going to kind of retaliate by attempting to club you in the face. That's a 27 to hit you.
27's definitely a hit.
Yeah, as he your sword swings, and he uses that opportunity to just kind of come down and just smash you right in just right the side of the ribs for 5 damage. All right.
I'll take it.
So we are back at the top with Daelon. You've just seen this exchange of blows and words go down. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna kind of jab down into his hip. I noticed that he was putting a lot of power into the swing against my friend there, so
Sure.
it's like, oh.
Go for it. Roll me an attack against him.
Hit him. Got him. Oh no.
It is not going to do it, unfortunately.
Not enough.
So I, go for the hip and I kind of
You just kind of
grazing,
slides off his leg. Yeah, you don't really find any purchase as you attempt to jab at him as he's mid kind of just pulling back from cracking Douglas in the chest. Douglas, it is your turn, and you've just had the wind knocked out of you by a heavy mace.
Yeah. I kind of take a moment to kind of take a breather, and then I'm gonna hit him again. I'm gonna bring it over for like an overarm swing to like try and cut like an arm off or something.
Yeah, if you hit really well.
Yeah, I mean, like, less his intention here is to, like, 13 again, still gonna happen.
13 is
in fact,
not going to
I'm
hit.
gonna use my action, so it should take another attack. 'Cause
Absolutely, do it.
He's had enough. 18.
18 will hit, yeah.
Alright, so 1d10 plus 3 takes 9 damage.
All right, yeah. As you kind of bring your sword down, just because of the way he was swinging his mace, it's not enough to sort of sever the arm cleanly, but you can catch him sort of right between the shoulder and the elbow, like so right up in the upper arm area, and you kind of hear bones sort of cracking as your blade digs in and kind of pins his arm against his side as your sword is about halfway through it, just stuck in the bone, and he's like, ah! And he kind of grabs it as you just sort of wrench the blade away, and he's kind of holding his now very limp mace arm.
Yeah, flaccid.
Did you want to mix in some intimidation?
Yeah, I do. I want to kind of say, you're gonna tell us, I'll let you know who you're working for, and I'm gonna roll.
I'll give you advantage on an intimidation check.
Right, cool. An 11.
Demoralized.
Nope,
all right. So as you kind of intimidate him, he kind of he says, okay, actually let me find my other chart here.
My chart of evil people reacting to intimidations.
I have a whole chart of that.
Got me again.
Oh no! I would have gotten away with it too. Oh wait, no, wrong one.
So what was your question to him?
I said, who are you working for?
He says, it's the alderman needs you for a rite.
What?
He says, you wouldn't answer the call. You needed for the rite.
What right? Something's right wrong.
He says, it's commanded
By whom? Or what?
by the Lord.
Who's the Lord? Details, please, as I start to like put my sword into like the wound.
He kind of screams and says, "There's nothing I can tell you. It's been commanded of us."
All right,
That's
who is your Lord? What's his name?
He doesn't have a name.
Okay, what's he look like? Is he a man?
No.
Is he in the ocean?
No. I don't know.
Well, why are you following some lord you've never even feckin' met?
Can I jab him into his calf? Because I think it's a good idea.
Yeah.
I mean, Douglas
Like they're talking is obviously going nowhere, and I'm like, huh, I'll help my friend Douglas out if I just.
I'm like, seems good.
Yeah, he screams in pain as you spear the back of his leg. He's like, look, just you were supposed to go with the others to answer the call.
And this mayor of the town, mayor whatever the fuck his name is he also with the Lord?
Yes.
Right. And he gives you commands, does he? This mayor?
Yes.
So when we kill the mayor, can we fuck up your lord too?
I don't know. Just stop.
Right, so what? So I say, so
So answer the call. You mean walk into the ocean and die?
He says, the call, it was meant for you, not for us.
Right, yeah, that's pretty fucking convenient.
So we're
I
on
think-
a hill.
Yeah.
No, you're sort of, you're sort of on this, in this flat land of mud with this big copse of trees rising up to your right.
Looking for Spartan kick availability for some reason.
There's really nowhere to start.
This is Ashenport. I say, so the mayor is he in this building here? I point out the big building way nearby.
He says,
Fence. He says what? If you're muted, ask him. Or your mic's.
I had an audio issue. I
There
don't
you
know
go.
why.
You're back. So, is he in there?
Can't hear anything.
That's weird.
Give me a second.
Okay,
Sorry, I'm having audio issues. Don't know why.
I can hear you.
Audio.
Whilst Askin figures
Yeah, you
all
can
that-
hear me, but I can't hear you.
Yeah, well, Askin figures that out on the hour. If you guys haven't followed, hit that follow button and join
Let me
us.
try to fix this. Hold on.
Be on thingy. We're here 5 nights a week, 9 shows every single week, over 100 hours of D&D and goodness every single month. So if you're not around, then hit that follow button and join us as well. Follow our good friends Exploding Dice and Trainsy TV for more goodness.
All right, I'm back.
There we go.
Yes, I don't know why I had an audio driver crash on me. Okay, so he says, I don't know. I don't think the alderman is in the
Right.
town hall.
So where is he?
Preparing for the rite.
Okay.
I don't know where he goes.
Now, where is the rite being taken place? And please, by all of the old gods, do not tell me that you don't know.
The church.
The church. There we go. The church. Now, I say thank you so much. What's your name?
My name's Jameson.
James. Right, Jameson. Well, it's been very nice meeting you, but unfortunately, we do have to kill you now. And run my sword through him as I thank Deimos Helsing for following. Welcome, Deimos, to the adventure. You are a gentleman and a scholar, sir. Thanks, dude.
Yes, you go full Deimos Helsing on
I
his
do,
ass. As you just take your sword and just right through his chest, as he kind of coughs up blood,
Yeah.
and looking up at you, just why? And then he collapses, like his body goes limp on your sword.
Nice. So, I say,
It's gonna shrug.
that was unpleasant. Let's go find this church and let's go end this.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of. I'm a bit annoyed because I came under the pretense that I would be able to, showcase my business. So I have a certain vigor about me that is, like, I'm actually motivated to do something. And it's simply because I've been robbed of the business opportunity to sell my beer.
Yeah.
And
Otherwise, I say to you, like, if we clear this whole thing up, then people are going to be very thankful to us. We'll be able to sell a lot of beer.
What beer? It's destroyed. You
Well,
saw it.
We can make some more here. I saw a brewery on the way in.
You want to take over this fish town? You want to make fish beer? Tastes like fish?
No, I didn't say that, did I?
Well, what do you think, when the mash is in the general vicinity of the atmosphere, what it takes in?
I don't
sense.
know, mate. I don't know, do I?
Well, think about it, man.
I'm just
because
offering
if you're gonna
solutions
be in
here.
business, you gotta think about these things.
I'm giving solutions here. All you're giving me is no's.
You're giving me some paste, fish, flake, disgusting beer idea in a town that is
Right.
raining all the time.
Okay,
and
so how about we get...
they rather walk into the water and drown than sit in the tavern.
Right, so here what's sort of do. We clear up the shit, we take all the money, then we feck off back home.
To Cupcake Land.
Yes, to where Claudia is. Get some more beer there, head out again. We don't have to stay there long.
I
Just long enough for you to make a fucking brew.
avoid conversation because all of these ideas are awful.
Well, what do you say we do?
Okay, so we're with,
Okay, well, I say we're in the thieves' den. I'm like, we're in the thieves' den, and the other, no, it's yeah.
okay, get Claudia. You following me? I got my cart here. Yeah, we'll get Renard. We'll be like a traveling band. Instead of
Right.
instruments, you'll play your anger. Claudia will just be awesome. Renard can play his charm, and I'll sell some beer. We'll just go from town to town, being friends and hanging out. And
Right, that sounds good. Basically what we're doing now. Yeah. But with liver guys.
in a fish town where people.
Well, we're not gonna be in the fish town. We're only here for a day. We heard about
Well, it was
this.
your main suggestion, staying in the fish town. Let's just go to the mayor.
I only suggested the fish town so that we could get some beer here because he seems so upset about it. But if you don't want to, we can go back to the fucking cupcake town we were in before, and we'll move on from there and see if Claudia wants to come with us. Deal?
Great. That's exactly what I was saying the entire time.
That's. Don't test my patience. And I start walking off.
I noted I was the one who wanted to exit the conversation.
I head off to the church.
All right, so you guys have, decided on your life plan, and you sort of make your way.
We've got the dream, boys. The dream.
Yeah.
We're
You
walking off
start-
into the sunset.
Start making your way towards the church, which you remember passing on your way in. It was this big building that was just sort of on top of this hill. Let me actually get to my page here, so I can find where the description of it is. Did you
Sure.
gleaming? Okay. So as you make your way across town, up this way, and into the square that you arrived in the town in, you can see that atop this high rocky hill on the northwest side of town stands what is very obviously the church here. It's constructed of heavy wood, and it appears to have once been coated in a bright whitewash that has since been largely peeled away. There's kind of a great holy symbol atop the short steeple that kind of appears to almost be bleeding as it sheds the rain.
This looks like the place. You all good? You look like you took a hit back there.
It's yeah. I won't be throwing the barley sacks is hard for a while, but yeah, I should be
I
good.
don't know what that means, but okay. I head up to the church.
All right.
It's like you don't try to understand me, all right?
It's probably dwarves.
As you oh boy, as you make your way up the very steep and slick stairs leading up to the church, you once you get to the top, you sort of push your way into these large double doors into the church itself, which are not locked. And as you step in, you find yourselves within a long chamber, its vaulted ceilings making it appear far more cavernous than it truly is. On the far end, there's a raised dais that boasts a heavy altar that is draped in cloth, embroidered with kind of a smattering of holy icons and stuff, and supporting several chalices, incense burners, and candelabras. There are rows of wooden pews here, made rough and rickety by years of use, that face the altar, and several stained glass windows that are probably by themselves worth more than the rest of the building itself, which kind of sit high in the walls, the occasional flash of lightning sending multicolored patterns dancing and wriggling obscenely across the floor.
This doesn't look too good. I've got my sword drawn at this point.
All right. The church, as you walk in, is empty.
Hello? Anybody there?
Just kind of peer around the pews, see if along the columns there's anything that sticks out aside from the very just kind of obviously abandoned area.
Roll me a perception check, please.
Sure.
Can I roll as well, just as I'm searching this church?
Yeah, sure.
Sure. 21.
All right. What about you, Daelon?
Cross-referencing sheets.
Yeah.
19.
All right. So as you kind of as you make your way around, you kind of notice that there's kind of a couple scuff marks. Like the church doesn't appear to be there's no one here, and nothing appears to be out of the ordinary. And in fact, it looks like it's pretty much a normal church. It's just a bend, and you can see you can recognize a couple of the common religious symbols of good aligned deities on the cloth and stuff. However, both of you kind of notice. I'm gonna say because Daelon, you're looking at like off along the walls over by the pillars and stuff, and I'm assuming because you were kind of calling out, Douglas, you were probably like walking up the center aisle. So both of you will notice this pretty much at the same time. Douglas, you notice that there's sort of a lot of scuff marks on the floor, leading near sort of one particular pew. And Daelon, you notice that this same pew on the other end where you are, there's I don't know, it seems to like the floorboard that it's on seems to sit a little bit lower than the other floorboards, probably about a couple centimeters, not much. And Douglas, as you make your way over to this pew where the scuff marks are, you notice there's just a slight gap in the like where the where this floorboard sits. So for like the floorboard, this particular floorboard that the pew is sitting on is kind of just there's a little bit of a gap in the floor there.
Looks like a lot of scuff marks here. People have been around here. See anything?
Is there any like? Imagine this town is rather cold, but is there any like warmth that can be derived from movement, or does it appear as if it's like?
What do you mean?
The scuff marks and everything. I don't know if they're. It's a cold town. If there's something under there, if there are bodies emanating heat, or if
no, you
friction
wouldn't notice that. No.
Oh, okay.
Can't say anything too much. You spot anything, Daelon?
I want to go to inspect it further, try and open it up.
How do you want to do that? Like, what do you want to do specifically?
Or
you can roll me
my spear.
You can roll an insight check if you want to sort of figure out how this, or a wisdom check to see if you want to you can figure out, or if you have anything specific in mind.
I'll do wisdom.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a wisdom check. See what you can figure out.
What's that there? So as you're like looking down it. Good catch. I've still got my like sword drawn.
I got 5.
You're kind of knocking against this thing with your spear, and nothing's happening. It just feels like a solid pew. Yeah, it's nothing's coming to you.
Dunk.
No luck? Can I have a roll?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I'll give it I'm bad at like stuff like this, so 11.
The only thing like well, have you okay, never mind. The only thing you can guess is that because this is sort of the piece of wood, like the wood floor that it's sitting on is slightly raised up, that must mean that the entire panel is just sort of on an angle rather than sitting flush, because the rest of the floor seems to be flush.
Huh. Seems like there's something down here. Do you reckon? Some kind of like cave down to the sea, maybe.
Could be a
Quite nearly
passage. Or
ocean.
just I don't know if a spear is a proper tool to kind of open it.
Some kind of leverage could work.
Yeah.
Try putting your spear in, and we'll try and like do it together.
try the spear again.
Try not
So-
to hit your foot though.
All right. So did you guys want to try and like move this from both sides?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go like a teamwork kind of do it
All
together.
right. So Douglas, you kind of wedge your fingers into this tiny gap, or maybe use your sword or something as sort of to pry it, something like that. Daelon, as you kind of put your spear down and you kind of lean on it, what you realize is that this, when you kind of put weight on your end, you hear a creaking sound as the floor actually goes down, and Douglas, on your end, it sort of starts lifting up. So it feels like this entire piece of wood with the pew on it appears to be counterbalanced, so that when you put weight on one end, it kind of swings upwards.
Like a teeter-totter?
Yeah, sort of. And when you both do this at the same time, you kind of hear a creaking sound as you haul this this pew upwards. It reveals under it there appears to be a staircase leading down, a stone staircase leading into the darkness.
I say we should go down. This is what a mayor must be, and this crazy fucking cult of people.
I don't have the best luck with walking down dark corridors.
It's true. I'll go first, and if I see anything slippery, then I'll let you know.
Okay, that sounds good.
All right. As you
head down.
let me just adjust the music a little bit, because I don't want the.
Or so yeah, we're gonna head down. I'm gonna keep an eye out for any any slippery things, because I know that Daelon is kind of notorious for falling down.
Yeah.
Or impaling myself, and or
Generally anything. Just
downhill. For some reason, I'm just like,
I look back and Daelon's just killed himself somehow. Oh god.
just slides on his back going sideways.
I like taking you to the cleric, back to the cathedral again.
What was it? Stairs? Yeah.
All right. So you guys, you make your way down into the down this staircase, and I gotta. So the stairs kind of creak and shift beneath your feet, almost as if they were kind of grunting in pain. Let me just get my notes real quick. Okay. And the chamber into which the stairs descend is sort of rounded on one side, with it two doors that seem to provide exit to like the far end of the room. There appears this is just a large set of double doors. The walls in here, as you arrive down in, are just sort of lit by two torches which cast eerie flickering light, which makes the etched images of horrific creatures of various types that are carved into the walls look very unnerving to you.
I think I'm more concerned with the stairs and kind of watching my steps than
Yeah, you're coming down slowly,
peering up.
but Douglas is down before you, so he's kind of standing in the room with these flickering torches.
Yeah.
Seems pretty weird down here. I take one of the torches from the wall to kind of light my way. It's just getting dark down here.
All right, as you pull the torch, it's kind of set into the wall, right between an etching of like a mighty serpent and some sort of great kraken beast. Their eyes sort of you almost feel like they're sort of glaring at you as the light reflects off of them and shifts the shadows around them as you pull this torch out of its sconce and take it with you.
That's kind of weird. Ever seen anything like this? And I kind of like illuminate the kind of weird etching.
Yeah.
Some kind of sea monster.
Step down, kind of like land it.
Like the Kraken thing, or
Yeah, that thing.
yeah, I've seen those squid things places, mostly like.
I don't want to know. But yeah, I guess maybe this could be the lore that they've been talking about.
You think he is an octopus dude? You think he's related to Squishy?
He could be. He could be related to Squish. Maybe it is
Squishy's
Squish.
dad, because then we could be like, hey, we know Squishy. You know?
Yeah,
You-
true.
you
That
hear-
is.
You hear
Could actually be
just
true.
a faint sound on the wind that just says "squishy hype."
What was that? Right in there, so I'll get you.
Rolls up my skirt and blows it into the Marilyn.
I say we press on, But be careful. If we get overrun, we'll have to run back up.
I'd like to gather a torch as well.
Okay, you take the other torch with you.
Yeah, we're going full Indiana Jones on this shit.
Alright, so you pull the other torch out of the sconce, and both of you, you've both taken them with you. You're sort of in this half-rounded room with the only other exit seems to be that set of double doors at the opposite end.
Head towards them, boldly, but cautiously. Every step is just like, hang on.
All right.
Wait.
So as you head towards the doors and you push them open with a creak, they open to a set of stairs that are carved into the stone floor that descend even further.
Looks like more stairs. Be on the lookout.
I begin to wince at the idea, just kind of like the statistic probability of more stairs plus, myself equals some, maybe falling in. I'm imagining myself falling into a kraken at the last step, just like, oh no, I tripped into a
The
kraken.
best trap ever. Just
Yeah,
put a
yeah.
kraken at the bottom of the stairs.
Yeah.
They'll never see it coming.
So,
Well,
yeah,
I
we
would have controlled my body. I would just be falling down the stairs. So,
Nice.
Yeah.
I head on down.
Yeah, I'm
Alright.
going.
As you make your way down the stairs, you find an identical set of double doors at the bottom of them. One of the doors seems to be slightly ajar.
I go up to it and kind of peek around.
All right, as you creak it slowly and you peer in, you can see that beyond it appears to be a large chamber. And just because of where the door is, you can't see anything off to your right, but you can see that the left half of the room seems to be given over to. There are a few people that are sort of standing around what appears to be like a stone pool of water.
How many of these people?
Are they cloaked or like?
Yeah, they're some of them are wearing cloaks, some of them are wearing like deep blue colored robes. There appear to be 3 of them.
Okay. I say, I turn to Daelon. I'm not ready one for stealth. So, neither are you, so. These guys clearly batshit crazy, right?
I mean, if they like worship an octopus, then I imagine they would be, yeah.
Right.
And they make people drown. I mean,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty weird. Right, so we can kill them. Not feel bad about it. And, like, when we tell Claudia about this, they're definitely bad guys, right?
no question, absolutely. 100% evil. I could see it right there. There's a guy who's a tattoo. It's evil.
Yeah, I saw that too. And then I'm like, okay, good, now that's cleared up. I I like burst into the room. Right, y'all, what's going on here?
Alright.
I'm terrible at stuff. Doesn't ask somebody to stealth for him. Says I'm terrible at stuff as a disclaimer for, hey everyone, how's it going? I'm not breaking up the meeting.
He's just so used to you like falling over downstairs and me just like tumbling down places. Like, there's literally no point to us doing this.
All right. As you bust into the room, all of these people, these 3 people, turn to you, and they kind of give a shout, but almost immediately, as soon as they see you, realize that you are probably not supposed to be here. As they one in the robe shouts, "No, intruders have breached the sanctum.
Excuse me, we're lost.
We must keep them from reaching the shrine." As the 2 of them draw more of these
All right, then.
mace things and rush towards you.
All right.
We're gonna go ahead and roll some initiative.
Like crack my neck. I'm like, right, looks like this is happening. And then roll initiative. Sweet. I thought they might be a bit more reasonable, but alas, 15.
No, they were clearly.
Oh, nat 20.
Damn.
20 hype. You should be able to just drag the number over, I think. Daelon,
Let's have a
you'll
look.
be there. I think if you just drag the number into your box, it should.
Does that work?
It might just work for me. Like if you literally click where it says like 24 or 15, you can click that and you can drag that over to the 0 on the initiative thing. And drop
I
it.
don't see a 0 on the initiative thing.
Oh, then maybe it's just for me. Oh, that's because you don't own the tokens. That's right.
Ah,
All right.
yeah. Asgron owns all the miniatures.
I own everything.
I own you.
I own
You've
it
been
all.
owned.
All right, so top of the round, we are going with Mr. Nat 20 on the initiative himself. Daelon, who's behind Douglas on the stairs. Douglas is just busted into this big chamber. The dudes have sort of raised their maces and rushed towards him, or in the process of it. What do you want to do?
I don't want to attack the one that was like, they interrupted our ritual, and just seems to be the
one in the back?
one. Oh, is he in the back? Dang it.
Yeah. So okay. So this is a large chamber. Basically.
Is it more of a circle that's observing a pool, or is
Here,
it?
let me. You know what? Let me. Give me a second. I actually have a map for this. Probably. So this is it's a large chamber. The way it kind of works is you're sort of at the top of it. Douglas is just inside the doors, and these guys, the guys rushing towards him, are probably about 10 feet away. The pool is probably about 15 to 20 feet away off on your right. And the guy who's the robed guy is behind the pool. Is like the stone pool is probably like 10 by 10.
I think I'll just not be discriminating and just attack the nearest person.
Okay, so the one rushing towards Douglas.
Yeah.
All right, so you can step up next to him and go to
Step
stab
it up.
him.
Stab it down. 15.
15 will hit. Yeah.
Sweet.
And then roll that. Oh, I almost rolled a d20. That's a little light. And then I'm going to also spend one key.
One key, Jackie.
One key to roll two.
One key. Good friend of mine. One.
You wanna flurry all up on him?
Yeah, I just.
Flurry all over that face.
Oh.
Bam!
I don't know what
That's,
that.
yeah. 12 d4. Got one.
Is that how
2d4?
monks work? I didn't know how that's how
Man,
monks
Monk's
work.
so OP in 5th edition.
Hey, I'm a monk, so I can just roll dice forever. Just, that's all right with you.
Oh, then recycle my key, and then punch, and then recycle, and then uppercut, and then sideways and down, and that was that.
Dice
He
all
looked
the
back at
time.
Daelon, he's just dead. He's moved too quickly. He's no
right.
longer in this plane of existence. He's just transcended.
He is the punch dimension. All right, so you, as this guy is rushing out towards Douglas, you sort of go over his shoulder with the spear as you kind of step around him and stab this guy sort of high in the shoulder, like right here, and kind of catch him off guard. And then as you pull it out, you swing the butt of the spear around and just crack him in the side of the head, and you send him reeling from that hit as he stumbles back about 5 feet. That was a solid hit on him as he takes a second to recover.
So yeah, 14, not the 26.
Yeah, you get
Unless
that.
you want me to die from quick motion of my arms breaking.
He's moving faster than the speed of sound right now.
He is gonna, as he stumbles back, he's gonna kind of grip his head and attempt to kind of swing his mace almost blind at at Douglas. I'm gonna give him -2 on the attack because he just got smacked in the dome.
Yeah, the old dome smacker.
Yeah. So that's that's gonna
old.
be an 8 against you as he just mace just swings a couple inches from your face as he stumbles backwards. That's him. He is all up on you. The dude in the back, you see him sort of incanting something and waving his hands. And oh shit, I used the wrong thing. Okay, that's fine. Well, he
Yo,
is going.
Headwhacker.
He is going to gonna kind of close his eyes, and you see him sort of clawing at the air, and there's just this sort of haze of mystical energy. And as he kind of reaches up, he is going to bring his hand down. I think I may have just hit my mic. I don't know. And he is going. There is a clap of thunder as a burst of storm energy is going to attempt to buff it. Both Daelon and Douglas, I need you both roll me a reflex save.
So that's a dex save, I guess.
Yeah. D20 plus your dex.
Yeah. Let's have a look. 8. Good now.
All right. And Daelon.
17.
All right, so Daelon, you are going to sort of throw yourself up against the door, and that's going to take the brunt of this damage. Douglas, unfortunately, not. So you are going to be buffeted by sort of a storm burst for. Okay, so it's.
Hit me. Hit me!
For 7 damage.
I am no conjurer of cheap tricks. Okay.
And as the as this sort of cloud of storm energy sort of buffets around you, there's kind of you feel like a static shock run through your body as you are immobilized for 1 round.
Yeah.
Oh. I think I can still hit a guy.
It is your turn. You can still swing on him, but you kind of you feel most of your body's a little bit locked up and stiff.
Yeah. I can't gyrate like I want to. 11.
No, you just attempt to kind of it's just too much as you attempt to swing, but there's no force behind it.
No gyration.
As the thug just kind of just bats your sword out of the way and kind of growls at you, still recovering from getting smacked in the head, but he's all right. The other thug is going to come up next to you, and he is going to attempt to hit you from the other side.
Yeah.
That's a 12 against you.
12 is not a hit, unfortunately.
All right,
Oh,
he hits you. It kind of rattles off the armor that you're wearing, and you don't really take any damage.
I feel nothing, only misery.
Oh, by the way, Daelon, you took half of 7, so you're gonna take 3 damage.
Oh god.
So it is your turn.
I am
Kill him,
trying to fight
Daelon.
for my life. Yeah, I'm trying to fight. I got like really incredibly low rolls when I rolled for help. So,
Oh yeah.
yeah. So like when I stab myself in the feet, it's like a thing. Like I'm just gonna die. I'm gonna attack the same guy to kind of finish him off.
All right, cool.
Maybe come back and look for the side that his eye is all swollen. Maybe. Rolling.
Yeah, go ahead and roll for the spear in this dude.
Let's see.
19.
19 is definitely going to hit. Yeah.
Get him.
Cool. I'll hit with the 8.
All right. 8.
8 damage.
Did you wanna flurry on him?
I will. I mean,
12d4.
I will just do 1d4 as the bonus attack.
Okay.
And do 1 more damage. 1
All right,
cute
as you-
damage.
As you kind of you kind of reach from around the door, and the spear just slams him right in the gut. He was already pretty heavily wounded, but as your spear just stabs right in the gut, you use that last kind of action to twist, and he kind of goes, and he drops to 1 knee as he kind of clutches his stomach and just very slowly topples over.
Oh. Was it the boop?
It was the boop, I think. The little boop.
Yeah, but
you're like about to kill him, and like boop him, Daelon.
Quickly! Ah!
All right.
Nice.
So that was your turn. The one over by the pool is going to he is going to sort of dip his hand into the water, and pull up like a splash of water, and as he does, there's almost like a glow around his hand, and he's gonna hold it up, and he says, yes, repel them. We must keep them away from the shrine. And he is going to well, he's not. That's not going to do anything right now. He's just gonna hold this glow sort of in front of him. You can see it sort of is almost forming into the shape of like a skull, like a glowing skull in his hand. But nothing is going to happen this round. You have no idea what he's doing.
All right then.
It is your turn, Douglas. You can move now if you'd like.
I'm still gonna kill a guy next to me.
Okay. The first one, the one that
Daelon,
the first one that charged you is now down on the ground unconscious.
Okay. Then I'll move towards. In fact, I'll move towards the robed priest.
Okay.
Guy,
Yeah.
because he seems to be paralyzing me. So I'm gonna run towards him and
Alright.
hit him for 12 versus his armor class.
Let me see if that hits. I don't know if that hits.
Not sure.
He does not have mage armor, so 12 does it.
Direct.
Yeah. Sure.
Got him. So he's going to get a slice to the face
All right.
for 6 damage.
All right. As you kind of you bring your sword down right across the front of his dark blue robes as he cuts. The robe tears, and he is going to scream in pain as the blade sort of nicks his chest. He's
Take
not
that.
down, but he is. You are all up in his grill.
I've got this one.
Douglas, this other thug is going to attempt
And this
to
one too.
swing his club around. I'm not Douglas, Daelon. He's gonna attempt to swing his club over his head and crack you with it. You were now still over by the. It's a 17 to hit you.
That directly meets my AC, so I think that's a hit, right?
Yep. So 6 damage as he connects just squarely in the stomach.
Bam.
All right. As he grins as he hits you. How do you want to respond?
I kind of, my shoulder, just this tinge of pain activates, and then my stomach just kind of reels, and I just feel all of the wounds pulsating, just crumpled together. Like, it's not pretty. I am an ugly ball of man right now.
So how does that manifest mechanically?
As my bonus action, I will just go. Just for the sake of laughing.
A bonus action. Sounds like diarrhea. Yeah.
You now, Douglas. You don't know what's going on behind you. You just know there's
What the hell is
sound.
I'm like some kind of creature.
Is it the Kraken?
It's the Kraken. Oh wait, no, it's just Daelon.
So you have. I don't know. Is this sound supposed to? Is it intimidating him? Are you just making noise?
It's just, it's just how he feels.
Okay.
It's just his.
I mean, there's
Yeah,
no roll needed to be made unless they want to.
No, you've shared your feelings with the group.
There's a roll for concern. They could roll to see how concerned they are. Whoa! Can we stop the fight? Is this guy all right?
Is this guy okay? Man, you need to. You need a break.
Yeah.
So is that you don't want to attack him or anything?
Oh, I do. Yeah, that was just.
Oh, okay. No, I was waiting. I was waiting for that.
Yeah.
To come.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No,
I don't want to hit him. I don't.
No, I just want to make noise. That's my turn.
Oh. Yeah, Douglas, go ahead, man. I'm just gonna lay here. Feel this pain.
All right, go ahead and give me an attack roll.
Douglas is like fighting for his life.
13.
13's not gonna hit him, unfortunately.
This guy's easier to hit. The
So
priest.
I'm gonna go for a very failed swing and then continue back in my.
Doesn't sound good.
You guys looking at you weird. All right, so this cultist is now going to he is going to kind of with this skull in his hand, he's going to kind of sort of pull the energy down to the ground, and there's sort of a pulse. And I need you to roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Do it.
Me?
Is this me?
No,
or?
no, just Douglas.
Douglas,
Okay.
okay. Wisdom. Oh dear. 5.
All right.
Like,
So you were kind of buffeted back by this energy about 5 feet, and as it sort of this chill runs up you, you feel yourself sort of gripped by some sort of unknown terror, like I
Are we just both audible messes?
yeah. He like hits me and I'm like, ow.
Yeah, you are I don't know. We'll say you're kind of I don't want to say petrified. You're just sort of immobilized with fear for at least the time being.
Yeah.
You can if you want to attempt to do something, you can use your turn to sort of make a save against
Okay.
it. Actually, I think it's your turn coming up now. So if you'd like to attack him, I'll let you make me a saving throw to sort of push through it.
Well, sure. I'll try and do that. He hasn't played this first edition demos. Damn, man. That's awesome. 18.
18, yeah. You kind of use your move action to sort of just sort of shake it off and be like, no, I need, and you kind of.
I'm not scared. Please die. 16.
16 will definitely hit him. Yeah.
4.
Give me some damage.
4 damage.
All right, you clip him again as he, as another cut appears on his body. He sort of doubles over and grips the side of the pool, and he says, holding one of his wounds, he says, "No, you can't.
I think I can.
Try."
think
All
we're
right,
gonna.
this cultist at the top is going to, he is going to attempt to smack Daelon again for 17.
Wow. Dead on.
Hit.
That's another 5 damage.
Correct.
And I'm down to 0.
Oh no.
Right.
Oh,
You are technically still conscious. You're just like you can't really do any. Like you're kind of down to one.
Yeah.
Like you can't lift your spear. It's hard to move. But you haven't been like knocked out or bleeding to death yet. So that is going to be you. What do you want to do on your turn?
I want to reactively spear then porcupine attack, like his couch or
Right.
something.
Yeah, you can you can do one thing per turn. At 0.
Okay. Yeah, I just want to attack.
Couch your lance, Squire.
Couch them.
Couch that man's lance.
Throw it into him. That's tabby. There we go. 20.
That is, yeah, you're down on the ground, but you just kind of manage to lift your spear, just one last burst of energy, and stab him up in the gut.
Nice.
All right.
For 6.
Yeah, as he kind of leans over, the spear actually stabs him in the gut, and he sort of leans forward on it, and you feel it kind of puncture out on the other side as he. And he's just stuck there for a second. The cultist is going to he's actually gonna draw, like the one over by the caster kind of guy. He's going to pull a dagger from somewhere in his robes and just weakly attempt to lunge at you, Douglas, because that's all he's got right now. So
Come on, man. Bring it, sister.
That is an 8.
An 8 is not a hit.
Yeah, he weakly lunges for you, but you just sort of turn out of the way, having recently shaken off this fear. How would you like to respond?
By cutting off his head.
All right.
That's how I'd
You
like to
sort of lay
respond.
down on him. Yeah.
23.
Oh, that sword comes down hard.
6 damage.
You just chunk right. You don't fully get it off. You just straight, like it buries in the neck, and he's actually against. You feel the blade. Like it would bring him all the way to the floor, except there's that stone pool. So the blade actually hits the stone pool, and he's sort of like like now crouched over, blade in his neck, just sort of hanging there.
Ooh,
He's done.
he's done. He's so done.
He is out.
100% done.
He's
like-
cashed his chips.
I go down and I help up Daelon. You're right there, pal. Okay. Take it easy. Take it easy. Take a moment's rest here.
Okay.
Looks like
And
this.
just kind of edge up with my good arm and brace myself against the ground and spit a little blood on the floor and like rub my face and kind of push myself off the ground. And
Yeah. Can we take like a short rest and spend some?
Yeah, you can spend
So
some
just-
dice. I'll assume you probably in the process you kind of kick over the corpses,
Yeah.
and see if they see because you definitely want to know who these guys are.
Yeah. Do we recognize any of them?
People know, but you definitely recognize they're all sort of wearing similar icons and stuff, covering their robes and their cloaks and stuff. The one who is casting magic appears to have a satchel with three vials of some sort of potion inside. of them.
Okay. His name would be Sanjay, right? Welcome, Sanjay, to the adventure. You, sir, are a gentleman and a scholar.
Yeah, that's his name tag. It says, "Hi, I'm Sanjay.
Hi, I'm Sanjay. How can I help?
Join my cult."
Huh. Right. And you say, was there another set of double doors leading off, like where this shrine?
Yeah. So as you kind of look
I
around,
did that.
the room is very weird shaped, but at the far end, so there's the pool on your right. There's just a lot of empty space on the left, and then at the far end, there's kind of the room kind of comes in. There's a small little hallway area, and then another set of couple doors.
Okay, I say, well, after we take our break and spend some points, I'm gonna just spend one probably. 10,
Okay.
yeah, I don't need one. I say, right, let's press on and let's finish this. You good?
I'm good as I'm gonna be, man. I just, I want
You feeling the mash?
to. I'm feeling mashed. Like my stomach is made of mashed potatoes. If that's what you mean.
Yeah.
If you'd like to, you can spend
Like-
some hit dice to gain some health back. Also, you can try one of those potions if you want.
I'll try the potion.
Okay. The potion, I'll say, how much health do you have?
0 out of 14.
Okay. We'll say the potion is a greater one, so it'll just bring you right up to full.
Nice.
Okay.
Right, you look a bit better now. Let's
Oh,
find this leader.
I thought it was good.
We should be brewing this shit.
So as you kind of collect yourselves and you press on through the double doors, there is yet another staircase. This one seems to be more winding and sort of carved out of the living stone.
It's Livingston. Okay. Simply like going with the torch forward, and sword out in one hand, pressing on.
Yeah, I'm feeling a lot better, invigorated. Somehow, my health, however, restored, and just kind of feel that the ache and the pain of having just been whacked not a bit ago, like in the shoulder, just kind of, have a hop in my step, but still just like, coming along.
Oh,
Mine.
there's a thing happening.
Oh shit! No, I didn't mean to do that.
It's all black. It's okay.
Yeah. All right.
Alright.
I don't know. I'm having for some reason Roll20 won't load this page.
Huh.
That's weird.
Shouldn't be too much of a deal.
No, it's for me. I gotta refresh.
Oh,
it.
okay, got to refresh. Oh, I see. Yeah. Alright, so what's up, Travis?
There we go. Roll20. Back.
What's up, Sky Captain? How you doing, man? So yeah, we're gonna press on. I'm gonna have the torch out, and I just crawl back and see if there's some weird fucking sea monster thing. Then say we run and we just get out of town.
Oh, I'm not messing with monsters. I'm already over it. I'd have like, why are we here? Are we adventuring right now?
I think we might be adventuring.
Oh.
Don't tell Claudia.
I thought the plan was to. Well,
There's a plan, but there might be money involved, you know.
let's hope they have pearls or something dumb. But
Pearls,
you did. I did come to the ultimate revelation that my beer should emulate healing tonics. So I will be the only business in the realm that makes effervescent beer tonics. People.
See, we've
So
learned
I
something
need to
down here.
extort some monks now, like actually extort them. And then-
Right.
Yeah.
I guess we could do that, yeah. And
Okay.
head into the next kind of chamber here, I guess. And
Alright.
as I thank Echo 15 to the adventure, welcome, my friend. You are a gentleman and a scholar, sir. Thank you for hitting that fellow button today. Welcome, mortal. Welcome, mortal.
So as you come down the winding sort of circle staircase, you come to another set of doors at the end of it. However, these doors, you can see light kind of flickering from below, from below them, and you can definitely make out noises from the other side. It sounds like someone is talking and not attempting to be quiet about it.
Some chanting or some stuff. This
Does
time,
it sound melodic like a chant, or does it seem like a conversation?
It doesn't really seem. It seems like it sounds like you might be listening to like a church sermon or something. Like
Oh, okay.
someone talking real loud, and they just don't seem to be stopping.
Okay.
seems like some kind of cult or worship is going on.
Can I peek through the door?
Yeah, I will let you roll me a stealth check to try and open the door without anyone noticing.
No.
Who knows? They may be distracted by the shouting.
True, yeah.
Yeah. I keep forgetting I have like really high deck, so I'm not. 8.
Damn.
All right. So you kind of creak the door open, and as soon as you do, the voice kind of is very loud, and you can hear it saying things like, "Soon we will be rid of the unbelievers, those who have been drawn to our town, seeking our bounty and our wealth. We will give them to our Lord, and he will have his due."
Sounds pretty insane there, Daelon.
Yeah.
But if he's a mayor, he's got a lot of money.
I mean, there is that. I mean, fanatics are loaded.
Exactly.
It is.
And we
Yeah.
could use that money to fix all the beer in the cart and shit.
Now you're talking.
Right. I like Douglas is like he's kind of a bit manipulative in some ways because he's like he wants a fight and he's just like he's like we could get a fight because like there are reasons why we should do this. See, it just makes sense. Oops. Oh. Wrong screens. It just makes sense that we do this, man. And then I like start creeping in as well.
I mean, the
as
two
you-
things you said, I'm just like, yep, uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
As you kind of are about to push in, you kind of feel a hand on your back, Douglas.
Hello.
Are you turning around to see who it is?
Yeah, I think it was Daelon maybe. But I'm like, wait, he's in front of me. I look back. Who is it?
You turn, yeah, you turn and you see there is like kind of surprised to see there appears to be that same dark-haired elven woman, the one that you met in the tavern, and she is here with 3 men, 2 of hers and 1 from the other company, and she says, "We followed you when no one came back. We followed you up to the
You can help
church."
us here.
She says, "Yes, I think you'll need it. Seems the whole town is missing. I assume they're down here."
Keep your voice down. Right, we're gonna kill this guy, and we're gonna take his money. We get the money.
She says, "Right. Well,
It's a much less charming conversation than you offered, Daelon.
Well, this isn't the bar woman. This is the elven woman.
The elven girl, yeah.
Oh, I know, but like he was like, Daelon will fulfill your hopes and dreams. And then he's just like, straight up, we'll kill this guy, take his money.
Yeah.
So you guys wanna bust in the door, or Daelon, were you taking the time to look to see what was in there first?
I bust open the door.
All right. Solid, just straight to the door. It flies open, and you see in front of you, there's just a bunch of people wheel around. You're looking at a chamber, like a square chamber, with directly in front of you there appear to be four similarly dressed cultists that are just that are standing on kind of this lower area. There are two statues flanking them with torches on either side, casting eerie shadows. And then there is the far end of the room is raised up about 5 feet, on which you can see there is an altar. There's a big statue in the back, in an alcove in the back, and there appears to be this kind of heavy-set man with blonde hair in dark blue robes, and his arms are up, and he seems in the middle of chanting to the people, and you notice instantly at either side of him there are these two large hulking forms that almost look humanoid, except in the flickering light you realize their faces are big. They look like big kind of piranha faces, and they are covered in scales, and they are holding
I'm just like,
and he says, as you kick in the door, he says, "Yes, the unbelievers are here. We shall baptize them in the waters of our Lord. Go!" And as he raises his hand, the cultists all
I'm a Catholic.
All right, I need everyone to roll me initiative.
All right, you got to do this fairly speedily.
Yeah. We'll see how this
6.
goes.
7.
Right at 1 up, man.
Nice. Yeah. You would have rolled a 3, chump.
What do we got? We got a 6, 4, 6 here, 7 there. Gotta go back to this page now.
Sure.
I'll roll 1 for these guys.
All right then.
That's an 8 for them.
Let's wreck these kids. It's me.
That's a 25 for those dudes. And him, who I apparently did not generate stats for, that's a 15 for him. Oh, and then I gotta add a turn for this woman.
So we've just got a few minutes here, chaps, until we head on to our next show, which is The Remnants of Kalita, where you guys can play every single week. !play. You can join in and play with us. And after we finish dealing with this tentacle worshipping dude, we're gonna go head over to the land of the elves and the humans, where all is not well. There is a lot of war going on.
All right, so we've got initiatives in. That's 13 for her. We are going to the top of the round, and it appears to be that the fishmen are just going to kind of they're going to raise their spears and just plant them in the ground and look at you, kind of like jaws flapping, as they move to protect the guy at the altar, and they just sort of close in around him. On his turn, he is going to start chanting something. He's going to raise his arms and start chanting, and then he's clearly doing something evil behind that altar, but you don't know quite what it is. The elven woman is just going to rush in with her, rush in around you as you've kicked in the door, rapier drawn, as she is going to attempt to stab one of the cultists. That is a okay. That is an 18 as
Nice.
she just stabs him in the gut. Wow,
Yeah, right.
max damage. And she's just like, her rapier just disappears into him, and she turns. She says, "Quick, we must slay them all. Take out the leader."
Well, yeah, that's the plan, love.
All right. It is your turn. Oh, these are no, these are the cultists. One of them is down, taking him off. The others are going to rush in with you guys. They all are armed with daggers. These don't seem to be the as well equipped ones, as the ones with the maces. So one of them is going to attempt to stab her. Oh, and he gets the nat 20. One of them is going to attempt to stab you, Douglas, for a 7. The other one can't quite make it, so I'm going to roll 2d4 plus that for her damage.
Nice.
All right.
It's me. With your
Uh,
rhythm stick.
Daelon, as all chaos is breaking out in this room, what do you want to do?
Did we kill the one that was like?
Kill the main dude, I'd say, yeah.
He's way in the back by the altar. You could probably rush.
I always
around
want to
him.
kill the guys in the back. I'm running for it. I'm going for that guy.
Okay.
I'm going for the guy who made all the noises.
All right. There are some fishmen in front of him.
Yeah, I'm
Hmm.
getting an intimate vibe from our last
Is
broken
there any way to strafe around them or the?
Okay. Yeah, you could probably juke around him. You wouldn't be able to get in range to attack him though. He's too far.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine.
All right. So you rush up onto this raised platform and try and take a wide berth around these fishmen. As you're hit by this nauseating smell as you get near them.
Mhm.
All right, Douglas. How about you?
Gonna rush up to the guy, take a attack of opportunity probably, and then hit the main dude.
Yeah, one of the fishmen will take a smack at you. Let me see if I have. No, I don't have set. Okay, he's going to attempt to jab you with his trident. That
Jab
is
me.
going to be. That's a 9. You just duck under his trident swing. 11, unfortunately, not enough to hit this big guy.
Hey.
Actually, you know what? No, because he's busy chanting. I'll give you advantage on the attack.
Okay, let's end this. 17, the perfect number.
17 will definitely do it. Yeah.
Nice, let's roll some damage. Come on.
Dongerize him.
The heavens part as 17 rains upon their heads.
7 damage.
As you sink your great sword into him, he's just in pain, but he doesn't stop chanting.
Man, we've got to wrap this up now. At this point, we got to go on to the next show. Unfortunately, man, I don't want to leave this, but
Well, I got all right. We'll one more round and we'll see what happens when he
Okay.
finishes. Because there's some, I think, might be a cool point to stop.
All right.
So the other guards are gonna rush in. They'll just engage with the other cultists. Because there's enough of them. As Terza is going to run onto the platform with you. The fishmen are also going to attempt to swat at the guys charging up to the platforms and you. But as we get to the dude, he's going to start chanting as he kind of wrenches your blade out of his side, and he kind of glares at you. He says, "The Lord Dagon has empowered me." And as he's holding your sword, you see there's just his arm kind of ripples, and there's just bubbles coming up along the flesh on his arm as it ripples up his body, and slowly his flesh kind of his form changes as he grows. His robes rip, and this towering wall of he just kind of shoots up like Akira style into this towering wall of flesh, mouths and eyes and stuff reaching up to the ceiling as he looms over. And as you guys see, this lord, this alderman Ritter has apparently been given the blessing of Dagon, and takes the form of some unnamed horror and fills this chamber.
Oh my god.
That is where we'll call it, as
Nice.
we do not know what is in store for Douglas and Daelon. We will have to find out sometime in the future.
Oh my lord. Well,
For now, that is where we will leave it.
yeah. Wow. Well, thank you, Asken, for running this adventure
Yeah,
for
that's
us
awesome. my God.
tonight. That was awesome. Whilst we have finished this game here, we're about to move on to the Remnants of Kalita, our viewer game, where anyone can join in every single week. So you can exclamation point play if you want to ever join in any single version. You guys can hop on and play with us. But let's do some hooks and plugs before we get into our next show here. So Askren, what up?
Hey, what's going on? How are you guys doing?
Yeah, they're doing pretty good, pretty fishy. What do you do on the internet?
Well, my name is Askren. As you know, I am the host and the dungeon master of the Exploding Dice show on the Exploding Dice channel. You can follow us at twitch.tv/Exploding Dice, where we play Dungeons and Dragons, the Jade Region campaign, every Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern, and also where I host every Tuesday the Fuzzy Dice show, where I have different guests. We hang out and we talk. We take live Q&A from chat, and it's a great time, and we have awesome guests. And also, you can catch me here every Thursday, where I play Tinker's Tale and other things.
Yes.
Apparently.
Yeah, nowadays, yeah. All right
come
then,
hang out.
Trainsy, what about you, my friend?
My name is Trainsy TV. No, it's not. My name is actually Chase. But I'm a full-time caster here on Twitch, a variety broadcaster, and I do enjoy playing Tinker's Tale on every Thursday, and the occasional 24-hour guest appearance here on Encounter Role Playing. So yeah, it's me.
Yeah. All right, go check those channels out, chaps. I'll drop some links to Exploding Dice and to the Trainsy man himself. So we are going to head over here into the remnants of Kalita. Guys, so don't go anywhere. We're going to go on a few moments break whilst we're getting the next players and head on over to Kalita. Kalita. So we're gonna have a good time there. Last time we had a Juggercock and it all went really weird.
God, yes.
So
The best session ever.
yeah. Oh man, we will see you guys in just a few minutes. We're gonna go like 5